Kind of a crazy couple of days here. I mean, just a lot going on. Obviously, the inauguration of Trump happens today. This is also the day that we reflect upon and celebrate the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We've got the whole TikTok situation, which maybe don't get too comfortable with the return of TikTok. I mean, even the manipulation from the Chinese commie-controlled TikTok continued with the early pull-down and the put back up and the restoration. I mean, man, there's a lot to discuss. But, I mean, look at the manipulation and, you know, them taking it down Saturday night with the message and then having it restored. And then there's disagreement in the Republican Party. Of course, Trump, a Republican, gets sworn in today, and Trump is, you know, in a populist type move, is saying that he's going to restore TikTok. But you've got some Republican senators that are saying, "Whoa, not so fast!
Easy, man.
We've got a law that was passed by Congress." All right, there's a lot to get into, and we shall on this 20th of January. Also, regarding the inauguration later today, it was moved inside. I was outside when I was a kid for a very, very, very chilly inauguration. Yeah. So I will discuss that. I was at an inauguration because my cousin was invited. I don't remember all the details on how she was invited, but they lived here in Florida. My cousin and aunt, they lived in Winter Park, which is, you know, just to the east of us, a little on the other side of Orlando, not far from Altamont Springs. So my cousin lived in Winter Park and got an invitation to see the inaugural events. And I'll get into all that later on. Right. And then I was 11 years old in Virginia Beach, and they drove up to Virginia, picked me up, and then we all drove to D.C. So I, as an 11-year-old kid, was at an inauguration, and it was cold, very, very cold. So I'll tell the whole story later on during the program, probably 7 o'clock when we do the long stretch of the MJ Morning Show. So I know what a cold inauguration feels like. I do remember it was cold out. So we'll get into that coming. You know what? I think I'm going to start today's program, though, by playing with myself.
Oh, okay. It is a party.
I mean, you know what? Maybe that didn't come off right. I'm gonna play a game with myself. You know, typically, whether it's you or somebody else on the show, Fester, when I play the mountain climber game, I'm not the participant. I'm the
host,
de facto host.
Yes, sure, yeah.
So I'm like the host of the mountain climber game. But in this case, if I want to guess, then I guess I'm going to be the host as well as the contestant.
Okay.
Has that ever happened in game show history?
I mean, you kind of know the answer, though, right?
Has that ever... No, I don't. That's the point. I don't know the answer, Fester, so that would be an incorrect statement.
Well, then how could you be the host?
Well, hang on a minute.
You have to know when you're wrong.
Well, because I'm going to do all the game show, you know, normalities, but you're going to have to help me with the answer.
Okay.
So I can't think of, you know, with my variety of game show music cues here, I can't think of a game show host that's been the host as well as a contestant, right? I don't think Bob Barker was ever the contestant as well as the host on The Price is Right.
I don't think he's ever dropped a Plinko chip or gave a retail price of something. I
don't think Gene Rayburn with his long car antenna microphone has ever been a host as well as a contestant. But I shall start today's show as both.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what this might relate to? No idea?
Nope.
Well, you're an integral part. You are highly connected to this game show.
Ooh la la. I like this game.
This game show is called Guess How Many RVs Fester Sold at the RV Super Show. Hang on a minute. What happened to my Oh, someone keeps taking my reverb out of... Let me do this again. The RV Super Show! All right, so Fester Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was at the RV Super Show for his real job at General RV in the Winnebago department.
Yes.
And I'm going to guess how many RVs Fester sold this weekend during one of the busiest, biggest RV shows in the nation. So with that, what do I have to do?
I guess you have to hit the music first.
Of course.
Well, I'm not the host here.
I've got to hit the mountain climber music as I guess how many RVs Fester sold without going over and causing the mountain climber to crash down the side of the mountain. So with that said, I'm going to guess you sold... Well, I already know you sold 2 because you already said on Friday's show that you already sold 2.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to go with 4. Is that higher or did I go over the mountain?
That is... No.
Is it?
It's lower.
I'm going to guess 4. Did you...
Lower. Keep going.
So, you okay, so that's wrong.
Right.
All right. So
you're not over the mountain
No,
yet.
no, exactly.
Right.
If I go over, that's when the mountain climber crashes.
Right.
All right. Fester, you sold 6 RVs this weekend during the Super Show.
Oh, fall off the mountain now.
Oh, no! All right. So if I
5
guess...
is the answer.
Yeah, if I guess... Well, duh.
Okay.
All right.
I love that.
All right. If I guessed 4 and I was still safe, and then I guess 6, I guess 6, and then I fall over, then clearly the answer is 5.
Clearly.
Or maybe you sold a chopped in half one and it could have been 4.5.
Listen, sometimes there's half deals.
Yeah,
but it's very rare.
It's a half off deal. There's half off this one because it was in a transportation accident.
Yesterday it rained though, man. We had a lot of rain yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there were buyers toward the end of the day, but
I live in South Tampa, and we had that training rain that came through, and it was interesting. And I was having a little texting with Paul Delgado, longtime friend of mine, and we were just shooting the crap. And I'm like, you know what? I'm over here near West Shore and Kennedy, and it is like the red zone on the radar. But if I were outside barbecuing down at like Dale Mabry in Manhattan, no rain.
Yeah, but the whole sky was overcast for the whole day.
It was dark.
And you could see the clouds moving.
Listen, I landed yesterday from Fort Lauderdale at 9:19, and we just beat it in. And within like 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes, I mean, all hell broke loose with the weather. So I'm lucky I didn't get delayed, getting into Tampa from Fort Lauderdale because, I flew out Saturday morning to see my dad. All right, we're just getting rolling. Oh, so that affected sales, you think?
I don't know. If buyers are going to come. Here's the thing. The beauty of the RV show is you get customers for the next couple of months at the retail location. Anyway, how's your dad?
Dad seemed to be stable. So we can get into this if anybody cares.
Okay.
All right, 6:09, just getting rolling here on the MJ Morning Show. No Shriner this morning because it's a holiday. So I guess, hey, roads look busy to me this morning. Roads look normal on the way in at 5:20 on the Howard Franklin Bridge. All right, 6:09, MJ Morning Show, just getting rolling, back in minutes. Start 2025 with insanely clean carpets from Zero Res. Call... 104.7 FM, MJ, Fester, Andrew in the booth. Michelle's going to join us tomorrow and Wednesday this week. Yeah,
Lucky us.
She can't be here today because she's getting her face burnt to a crisp.
Oh.
Yeah, she's getting that laser thing, So, listen, she doesn't hide it. I mean, people comment, oh, my God, your skin looks so good. And, and I hear it all the time. People think that Michelle looks great. And she doesn't hide anything. She has certain procedures done several times a year, and it looks great. So later today, I got to pick her up because she can't drive because they pill her up.
Oh, no. How's she getting there?
Well, I will drive her there, and then I'll pick her up.
It's in the afternoon then, or it's later.
Yeah. Or maybe she'll take an Uber there, and then I'll pick her up. Or listen. I think things will work out that I can bring her both ways. But no, it's later this afternoon, and they give her like a pain pill. So she's going to be like Oxy or perked up, Percocet, whatever the hell they give her. So she can't drive. Michelle being a former prosecutor. If Michelle has one drink, if she goes to dinner and has one drink over like 2-3 hours, she won't drive.
No.
One drink. Just, as a former Hillsborough County prosecutor who prosecuted DUI cases, among other things, yeah, she will not even do one drink and drive. And the same thing with the pill.
Yeah, she won't do more than one pill and get her face burnt off and drive.
Like when she pops some ecstasy,
right?
She will not drive.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Stay home.
So tomorrow, you'll get to see her burned face because it takes like 3-4 days for the procedure to settle down.
I don't want her to.
Well, she was also talking about like just wearing a baseball hat and pulling it down low.
She can, but does she want to be out with the chopped meat face going on?
She's fine. She's like, hey, listen, and we can talk about it on MJTV tomorrow. So Michelle, hey Andrew, do me a favor, take a shot of where Michelle will be sitting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can you grab that camera quickly? Do you have it up?
Yeah, right there.
All right, there we go. So that's where Michelle will be sitting tomorrow with her burnt up face.
Good.
Because she's getting some kind of a laser treatment today, which, keeps her looking like she's the 24-year-old bride that I married.
That's it.
Yep.
Good answer, by the way.
Thank you. I've practiced a lot.
Good answer.
Practiced a lot on that. All right, what is it? Monday, big day today, federal holiday for Dr. King. You have the inauguration today. We've got to get into the latest on TikTok. That's on the way in just a bit. Hey, why does it smell like cigarettes in here? Hey, Andrew? Was someone smoking? Come here.
I don't know that I smell cigarettes.
Andrew, come here.
Is there cigarettes in your trash?
Come over here. Come on. I don't know what it is. Hang on. Let me sniff the. It doesn't. I'm over here and I'm telling Andrew. No, over here. Come over.
Come around.
Come sniff around my leg.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go, boy.
I know that didn't sound right.
Walking in, I could smell what smells like cigarettes.
Yeah, what the hell's going on in here?
I wasn't here. I don't know.
All right, come over here. Come near my computer.
Do we have a week?
Come over here.
He believes you. He smells it.
Well, hold on a minute. I want him to get a stronger whiff.
So,
all right, come sniff over here.
Is it possible
and
we had somebody
scratch the counter like a scratch and sniff?
Yeah, we had somebody working over the weekend?
Right in here. Go, sniff over here.
Did you wake up insane?
What? No, seriously. It's even.
You smell it
over here.
I trust you.
He trusts me.
Do you not smell it, Andrew?
No, it's like the smell.
Do you or don't you?
I can smell it walking into the room.
Okay.
It's pretty strong.
What the hell?
I don't smell any of it.
I'm telling you, there are someone smoked cigarettes in here, or someone is smoking cigarettes, or did somewhere else. I don't know whether someone's smoking downstairs and it's getting piped up through our floor. I don't know what the story is, but it smells like freaking cigarettes in here. And I don't smoke. I've never had a cigarette in my life. The hell's going on?
I think the tenant downstairs, I think he smokes left, right, and center.
The law firm?
I think so.
But they're not there.
Not today, but like Friday, I saw one of the guys out there just burning.
The heavy guy in the suit?
Yeah, he stands, but he always stands far away from the building.
By the way, that guy might want to back off the the cigarettes.
No, man.
Overweight, cigarette smoking, and that's not a good combination.
Burn that candle at both ends, man.
Guy looks like he's about 65, 66, if I were to guess.
I thought I saw him like Jumpstart. Is it called Carjack or Jumpstart a cigarette? What is it called?
I don't know.
Where
I'm sorry.
Where you smoke one, and then right as it's done, you take it and you flip it and you light another one with it.
You use that to light the other one?
I think it's called Jumpstart.
A jump starter?
Yeah, that's what it's not called Carjack. I'm sorry. It's called Jumpstart.
Where the hell would you get carjacking from?
It's auto related. I knew it had something to do with an auto term, but you jumpstart a cigarette with the last puff of the last cigarette.
I'm telling you, I'm getting notes of burning tobacco right now.
Did we have any part-time people live
I'm
this weekend?
not giving a description of like a Cabernet of hints of tobacco and chocolate and spice box. No. I'm telling you, I'm getting burning cigarette smoke right now. And I think, are we the only morning show live in the building this morning, Andrew? Yeah, I think we're the only live morning show.
Yeah.
Wild's out, QIK's out, Maxima, they're really out.
Mm-hmm. They're board op guys here.
Is he?
Yeah, I just saw him a little bit ago. So I think there's 4 employees right now. The 3 of us and the guy who presses buttons at the Spanish
Is someone
station.
in the building thinking they can just smoke in the office because it's a federal holiday and it's a company holiday and most people and shows are not here today? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, there's a strong smell of cigarette smoke in our studio, and no one here is smoking. I think we might be the only, there are 4 people in the building, and I don't think the dude down the hall smoking.
No.
That's crazy stuff. All right, so it's kind of maybe coincidental that I'm going to bring this up, and I'm just curious, Fester, why in your pile of prep, the schlock you send me every night?
I'm glad that you hold it so high that it's risen to the rank of schlock.
Schlock.
Because I thought it was like, schlock is higher than crap, right?
Gristle.
I thought I sent you gristle. Now that I know it's schlock.
Show prep gristle.
Thank you for the positive reinforcement. It makes me feel better about doing it.
I need to watch the movie Schlock, which was John Landis's first. I'm reading the Blues Brothers book, and I've been reading it for a while. It's just I get to read it in spurts. And they were talking about there was when they were trying to put Animal House together, trying to find a director. They mentioned an old movie from like 1977 called Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah.
It was a parody movie. Did you ever see that?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it like as a selection on my streaming services.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never watched it.
Yeah, it's like free on Peacock, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it might even be on YouTube. But I was reading on the airplane yesterday coming back from Fort Lauderdale about John Landis directed Kentucky Fried
Movie.
Or no, I'm sorry. So I don't know if he directed that one, but Kentucky Fried Movie was mentioned. Landis directed Schlock, which was his first movie, but somehow Kentucky Fried Movie got mentioned. And he did. Okay, so yes, Landis did direct Kentucky Fried Movie.
Good. I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Yeah, he did. All right, so that was mentioned in the book, and it was like a movie with all these little short parody sketches, right? And it's funny. I remember as a kid. My dad owned a video store, one of his many businesses, and I remember Kentucky Fried Movie was like a VHS rental, and I took it home one night, and this is like 1978 or something. I was, probably 12 years old, and I thought it was hysterical. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, dear Sheldon, happy birthday to me. Always stuck with me. Anyway, and then the Kung Fu parody, which is just incredible. So, John Landis, right?
Yes.
Kentucky Fried Movie, and then also went on to direct the Blues Brothers. Right. So why did I bring this up?
Because you're called my pile of prep schlock.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
It has evolved or devolved into this.
And then I said Schlock,
The
and
movie.
also John Landis's first movie was Schlock.
So here we are.
Yeah, so here we are. So from Fester's pile of Schlock prep, and it just kind of goes, kind of dovetails into the smell of cigarette smoke mysteriously in the studio this morning. And you sent me a story about the Zyn nicotine pouches. Get FDA approval.
I've seen these before, but I'm not a nicotine
wait
guy.
a minute, but these have been out for a long time. I've seen like these Zyn little circular containers. I've seen them at like convenience stores or on the counter or behind the counter.
There's a bunch of stories about them getting this approval, and then there's supposed to be health benefits
Hang
for
on.
some people.
Dr. Peter Chin Hong. All right, I guess is discussing for the first time the FDA has approved nicotine pouches as a less harmful smoking alternative. So I guess it's the way that they can market it now, because the Zyn, the ZYN nicotine pouches, they've been out there for a long time. And I know that the kids aren't supposed to suck on these things.
No.
But, there are plenty of teenagers that are getting nicotine fixes.
Well, also adults who are trying to stop smoking, they have the Nicorette gum, they have the patch.
Well, the deal is the FDA's approved nicotine pouches as a less harmful smoking alternative. So it authorizes Philip Morris International's Zyn brand. The decision highlights their potential to keep adult smokers from smoking or quitting, to reduce cigarette use. Zyn pouches available in flavors like mint, coffee, menthol, and Tuscan lasagna.
It sounds delicious.
Aim to provide adults. Don't look for the Tuscan lasagna flavored Zyn
because MJ bought it all. It's all it is. He loves it.
It doesn't exist.
So I don't know. I'm asking because I don't know. Does Zyn taste like a cigarette, or does it taste like cinnamon?
I don't know. No.
It tastes like
it's flavored like mint, coffee, menthol.
Okay,
but you're sublingually, you're absorbing the nicotine to get your nicotine fix without the more hazardous after effects of actually smoking a cigarette to burn some heaters to get your nicotine. So the point is the FDA's approved the nicotine pouches to be, I guess, marketed as less harmful as a smoking alternative. And of course, the Zyn pouches have been available, but it's just the way they can, I guess, market it and sell it has shifted.
Nicotine bad for you? Or is it nicotine like caffeine, where it's in stuff? I've never really heard of nicotine, I don't think, outside of smoking.
Well,
but the smoking part of smoking is what's bad
well,
for you.
because in a typical cigarette, I think I've read in the past, there are like 130 or 150 chemicals.
Yeah.
And you've got the tar, and then obviously inhaling the smoke. But nicotine, as far as, I believe I recall that, too much nicotine is not good for you.
Too much anything.
But it's better than the alternative of deriving your nicotine through smoking cigarettes. So I was just curious if there's any reason why. Why'd you send me this story?
Because
are you a nicotine fiend? Obviously not.
I mean, now that the FDA gave it the thumbs up, I might start. No, I mean, this is something that I know probably, I bet you a larger percentage of our listening audience than you give credit to uses this patch.
The Zyn?
This pouch. I remember there's a story.
I practice Zen.
Yes.
I'm a Zen master.
What would you be if you were a Buddhist Zen master?
On Zyn?
With a smoking habit you're trying to kick.
You'd be a Zen.
Yes.
Zen.
Do you remember there was a story that Baker Mayfield was chewing on one of them on the sideline? Was it this season?
I don't.
I thought there was footage of him putting a Zen pouch
I
in
hear
his
he
mouth.
chews on his big toe. That he's an expert at teeth toe manicuring.
Not during the game.
I read that he bites his toenails. All right, let me take a quick break. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, morons of the news next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. And here we go, 6:41, and morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Of course, this is the segment on the program where people are asking.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
I tell you right now, you did a pretty dopey thing, and that's how you make it onto morons in the news. Hey, I've had this one for a little bit, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Guess where this is from? This is from my hometown.
Virginia Beach?
Yeah, this is from Virginia Beach and from Wavy TV 10, where you know the significance of Wavy TV 10, right?
I do.
What's the significance?
The theme music of the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This was the Wavy TV 10 news music from like 1981, 1982. Which we used extensively for Hal Herman. Oh, guess what? Hal's cousin might be joining us. Also a failed newscaster.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Herb, seriously, Hal's cousin Herb. Herb Herman. We're working out details now, but Herb Herman might be joining us for Herb Herman headlines. And that's, what are you laughing at?
I mean, I'm yet to meet Herb, although I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Herb Herman headlines could be just days away here on the MJ Morning Show, so I would have to get these updated. Herb Herman. Yeah. Oh, hang on a sec. Let me redo this here. Listen.
Screw CNN.
Herb.
Hal Herman
Herb.
is the most trusted name.
I mean,
Herb Herman is the most trusted name in news.
Hal, if you're listening, I love you, buddy, but I can't wait to meet your cousin Herb.
Herb Herman headlines coming shortly to the MJ Morning Show. All right. So this is out of Virginia Beach. Listen to this. Virginia Beach court documents detail a meetup for sex that was arranged by a Hampton police officer. So Hampton is right across the Chesapeake Bay. It's called the Peninsula in southeastern Virginia. And you had a Hampton police officer that went to Virginia Beach to meet up for a sex date.
Officer.
It ended up with his car being stolen by the prostitute that he hired.
You know, what's the world coming to? You just can't trust a prostitute anymore.
The Hampton police said the officer has since been terminated from the department.
What?
Yep.
That sounds like a stern warning to me.
Jaron Harry, that's J''RON. Jaron Harry was a Hampton police officer when court documents said he met 20-year-old Alexis Dream Copeland.
Dream.
My name is Dream.
My name's Alexis, but you can call me Dream.
Yeah, but on my driver's license it says Alexis Copeland, but my working name is Dream.
Got good news for you, baby. If your dream is to have your car stolen, it's about to come true.
So they met on some kind of app, I guess some kind of, hooker app?
I mean,
I don't know which one.
So you think of like Backpage or even Craigslist has really cracked down.
No, those are gone.
Right.
Backpage, Craigslist.
Those are gone. But I was going to say there are still other sites maybe in a little bit of the darker web where you can have these meetups.
Do you know any of the hookup sites? Because I do not.
Yes, there's one called mjmorningshow.com. That's not true.
Oh, Slutella. Get the Slutella app. Download that.
Have Dream steal your car.
Let me check and see if Slutella's in the Google Play Store.
You know what?
So Dream steals the John's the cop's car.
All right, I'm at slutella.com. It's asking me if I'm a robot.
There's no slutella.com.
I don't know.
It can't be. All right, look it up. Slutella.
Slutella.
Slutella, yeah. Slutella.com.
There's Lustella.
Oh, there's Lust, a sexually infused hazelnut spread with
Is this like
that's a joke. That's supposed to be Nutella, but Lust. Is this a parody?
Is this a real product?
I don't know.
Is this like Nutella, but like gets you horny?
There's not a Slutella, but there's a Lustella.
Pop twist. I gotta
Sexually enhanced hazelnut. Are you serious? Wait a minute.
Boost your sex. Oh my God. Shop.
This is a real product. Sex chocolate for him and her. A 3-pack is $34.
Hold on. Does it have?
We've crafted a sexually enhanced hazelnut chocolate spread to be so potent that you'll never want to have sex without it. Are you serious? Lustella instead of Nutella? My God. And we got there from Slutella.
Boosts sex drive, enhances performance, and intensifies climaxes.
And anyway, the details on Dream stealing the cop's car. The court documents detail that they set up a meetup at an apartment in Virginia Beach off Lynn Haven Road.
Hey, you mentioned Lynn Haven Road.
Guess what?
That was the
Michelle
bank.
lived. Michelle lived right off Lynn. No, the bank, Navy Federal, where Michelle worked, that was Lynn Haven Parkway.
Oh.
But
okay.
Lynn Haven Road is sort of adjacent behind the Lynn Haven Mall's Lynn Haven Road, and Michelle lived right off Lynn Haven Road. So I'm sure I know the apartment complex. So Harry told police that he sent $100 in Apple Pay transactions to Dream for sex. Court documents said they laid in bed before Harry said they agreed to shower together. Harry said Dream never joined him in the shower. Instead, he got out of the shower to realize his phone, keys, wallet, and car with his police credentials, his badge inside.
Yeah.
He called Virginia Beach police using a neighbor's phone and explained what happened. Court documents show that they were able to track down the vehicle in Norfolk with 2 people inside, Dream and a man she told police was her baby daddy. That my baby daddy?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to pick him up too.
My
got a new
God.
car. I'm coming over.
Dream told police the Hampton officer had agreed to let her use the car. Court documents indicate that she admitted Harry did not give her permission. So anyway, Dream was charged, arrested, grand larceny, auto theft, grand larceny of a greater or equal to $1,000 not taken directly from another person, credit card fraud, prostitution, obtain credit card number, larceny, grand larceny, stealing the motor vehicle. Anyway, but this guy, by calling the cops,
he is the cops.
I know.
He just called in to work.
He called a different agency because he worked for the Hampton, Virginia police, and he had to call the Virginia Beach police. You talk about a way to, crash your career. And he's done. They fired him. You can't be a cop and, hire hookers on a hooker app. I mean, even if they steal your car, that's kind of a bad twist for your career.
Is there a mugshot of Dream?
I don't have a mugshot of Dream. I would like to see if Dream is real. Are you trying to see if Dream is really a dream?
No, I just want to see what's worth.
I'm going to call you Dreamsicle.
Dream? Not the Dreamsicle, but the Creamsicle was one of my favorite
No, but there
frozen.
was also a version of a creamsicle called a dreamsicle.
What was the difference?
It was the same thing. It was an orange cream frozen confectionery, but the name was just a different name for creamsicle because creamsicle, I think, was a trademark of popsicle, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think you're way off.
No, I'm telling you, there was a dreamsicle.
Because,
Dude, I'm telling you, there was once a creamsicle called a dreamsicle.
okay,
I'm not making it up.
I type in dreamsicles and creamsicles.
Right.
Is there a difference?
Right.
All right, so the internet has done a deep dive into the difference. I've always called them creamsicles.
It is a creamsicle, but there was a brand name called a dreamsicle. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I'm not a dope over here.
I don't think you're
know
dope.
I know my frozen treats.
I'm just having robust ice cream truck conversation right now.
It is 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show. You know what? I'm going to continue with morons on the news because I just have a great pile today.
Are you sure we can talk about the differences between bomb pop and rocket pop?
No,
if you want?
that's okay.
You done with frozen goods?
Same thing. Bomb pop and rocket pop, just different types of red, white, and blue. Rocket shaped pops. What about the Circus Surprise? Do you remember Circus Surprise?
Is that the one with the marshmallow nut in it?
No. The circus. Type in Circus Surprise. The Circus Surprise was like a sherbet, like an orange or a raspberry, and it was on a plastic stick, and there were on the stick inside there was a.
Is it a push pop?
No, it's not a push pop. There were little plastic figures on the stick that was buried inside the cone-shaped.
All right, this
Yeah.
looks like a dead ass choking hazard. Right
No,
here,
no, they
too.
don't-
These have been
No,
outlawed. I'm
no,
sure.
they don't snap off. No, but Circus Surprise. There was a surprise circus toy in every single one. And I used to get these from the ice cream man.
Yeah.
We used to have the Hood ice cream truck that circulated in our neighborhood in Nanuet. And I used to love the Circus Surprise. And there was one animal. If you got the one animal, I can't remember what it was. If you got one, you want a free Circus Surprise pop.
There's a seal. Looks like a dog.
It was a lion, I remember. Yeah.
Okay, they all look delicious except for like the bearded lady.
The Circus Surprise. Oh man, I love these things. And I'm guessing they're long gone. All right. It is 6:52 at the MJ Morning Show. Man, you never know what the hell's going to pop up on this show. It's like a big Circus Surprise radio show. That's what it is.
So it's a circus surprise. That's what we should call the show.
Sir, it's the Circus Surprise Show with MJ and Fester. Yeah. And the search is on for a new member of the MJ Morning Show. And tell you what, we're going over some great entries. Got a lot of people interested in the MJ Morning Show opening. And hopefully, within a couple of weeks or a month, we will make a selection and we'll be able to introduce you to a brand new member of the MJ Morning Show. The Holland Group, Retirement Wealth Advisors. And did you just try to sneakily pull those off while I was not looking?
I don't need. No, I don't care. I don't need glasses like now.
Hold
like
on
while
a
we
minute.
talk.
Wait a sec.
Right.
I've never seen you. Are those readers?
Yeah, they're like the lowest strength readers.
Or like what? Plus ones or plus
one
or 0.25s?
Yeah, the 0.25s or the 1.25s or no, the 0.25s. Whatever the lowest one is what I got.
Well, the lowest is probably just fake glass to make you look smarter by wearing fake glasses.
Nothing makes me look smarter.
That's true.
Nothing.
Yeah, you do look like an oaf.
Really dumb.
Yeah. So wait a minute. This is the first time you've brought these into the studio, I think, because I've never seen you. I was looking away on my computer, and then I come back to the microphone as we're coming back, and I see Fester whip these things off his face. I'm like, it was so fast. I'm like, I think those were glasses.
It's like a ninja. No, I don't need them while we're talking.
You move like a ninja.
Listen, I don't need them while we're talking or when I'm reading at my big screen here. But I find myself, if I'm looking on my phone,
look at you.
I can't see as well on my phone. It gets a little blurry, so I have readers now.
It's breaking news. Fester's now using readers. I don't even use readers.
Yeah, but you have contact lenses.
I do. I've had contact lenses since I was like 16 years old.
If you didn't have contact lenses, you'd have glasses full time.
I'd have glasses.
Right.
And I've worn glass. If people follow my Instagram, occasionally you'll see me in my glasses when I don't have my contact lenses in. But the readers are to magnify.
Okay, aren't all glasses to magnify?
No, well, with normal prescription glasses, you're correcting for, vision issues or an astigmatism or whatever. But a reader is generally somebody that has decent vision, maybe at distance, but close up. You need to magnify print. I'm just a little shocked. I never saw
I
you
would put
have
myself
readers on.
in that category. I think I have decent vision. I've always had good vision. Never needed glasses or anything. But over the last 3 or 4 months, my phone is getting like.
Whoa! All right, so you know what? That happened to me like 52, 53. I noticed that my eyes would shift, but then they would correct over the course of a couple of days. Whatever I noticed was a little blurry or out of focus, like when reading something up close, and then it would just kind of normalize. And then for the last maybe 5 years, I've had no issue. It's like my eyes adjusted to my change in life, my eyeball menopause or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I don't know if I'm going through that. However, if I'm reading on the phone where you can't make the type bigger, or you can't expand the page, sometimes I'll resort to them. I carry them in my bag.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Did you mean to show me those, or was that a slip?
No, it's not a secret.
All right.
I don't think I mentioned it, but it's not a secret.
I had no idea that Pokemon cards were still a thing.
Pokemon cards are a big thing.
I didn't know. I thought this was like 15 years ago. I didn't know it was still a thing. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there was a huge brawl at a Costco in Los Angeles as two Costco members are fighting over a box of Pokemon cards. I'm like, you know what? Aren't there enough issues in Los Angeles right now? Do you really want to be the one at Costco brawling with another guy over boxes of Pokemon cards and have law enforcement resources be called to Costco when you've got all these damn fires burning?
So I think maybe a year or so ago, we talked about Target having a new policy about their cards, and you can't buy cases, and you can't wait for the store to open to run to the aisle where all the baseball cards are or the Pokemon cards are.
I know that at Target, I've seen like the trading cards on like a display right next to the cash registers. Now, not on the actual aisle, where they have the impulse buys for the individual aisles.
Almost like a separate area.
It was like the far right of the checkout area at Target had like a wall or an aisle wall or whatever you call that. And it had like those trading cards there, almost like the front end can keep an eye on the trading cards because I guess they were high theft items. So we have a fight at a Costco in Los Angeles where two adult men were fighting over a fairly large box of Pokemon. Well, listen, at a warehouse club, I guess you're buying Pokemon in bulk.
I guess. Maybe they had a whole case full of the smaller boxes. I don't know.
But these two people are throwing punches. They're coming to blows at a Costco warehouse in the Los Angeles area, fighting over the right to purchase a big box of Costco cards. I'm looking at footage there. Andrew, do you have the chaos? Were you able to bleep all the F-bombs and S-bombs? I love it. Andrew in my ear says, I hope.
Yeah, I hope. That's the best he can do.
Yeah, you hope you bleeped everything? I mean, listen to this. This is over Pokemon cards at Costco. Here's a second video now. All right, so one guy takes an elbow to the face while wrestling another shopper.
Yeah, this is a real thing, MJ.
I mean, adult men are fighting over Pokemon cards at Costco.
Do you know who Dave Ramsey is?
Yeah. He's a financial radio talk show host.
Have you ever met him?
I've never met Dave Ramsey, but he has sent me a card in the past.
Yeah, I think we have a friend who's very close with Dave Ramsey.
At one point, I cracked the Talkers magazine top 10.
Yeah,
with my Schnitt show, and Dave Ramsey sent me a congratulatory note.
Very nice of him.
Yes, very nice, Dave Ramsey.
I follow Dave Ramsey on his social platforms.
Right.
And he has his radio show. He's in his studio, and he takes calls with people in financial distress.
Yep.
Listen to this one I heard earlier this week.
I roll it. Here we go. Listen. All right, go ahead.
Hey, Dave. So I appreciate you taking my call. I messed up big. Went behind my wife's back, racked up $26K in credit card debt in 4 months. Pregnant wife, I should say, and now she's filing for divorce.
What did you jack up 26K on?
Pokemon cards. Trying to buy a bunch and then sell them online, which didn't work out.
Oh. So this guy.
Oh my God.
There's a longer clip. I think I saw like the 2-minute clip online, but this is just a truncated version. a grown man behind his wife's back racked up $26,000 in Pokemon cards
my
dead.
God.
So this is a real thing. Grown men are looking at this as real business opportunities.
Well, listen, if the guy spent 26 grand on Pokemon cards and it didn't work out very well, then clearly it's not a good investment.
Not for
So
this guy.
what's the game? Why would you?
It's like a lottery, I guess. Or not, I say lottery in the sense that you don't know what card you're getting.
So you're hoping to buy a whole bunch of Pokemon cards and then get some rare, valuable cards randomized in your purchase?
I guess that's the play. I don't know. I'm not into Pokemon cards, but this guy's. Then you talk about these two people at the warehouse club fighting. This is a real thing.
Police were not called. No arrests were made. Costco is handling the situation internally. Do they ban those customers? Do they rescind their Costco cards? I got to believe that elbowing another shopper in the face in order to get the merch, I'm guessing that's probably against the Costco membership rules. What do you think?
Somewhere in the fine print, it probably says no elbowing other club members.
There's money at stake. The Pokemon cards at the center of this are the 151 Blooming Waters Premium Collection, which is going for $120 to $150 online. Costco is selling the cards for under $60, so there's profit to be made in the reselling, and I guess the bashing other shoppers in the face at Costco with your elbow and trying to wrestle the box out of their hands.
I guess.
Wow, it's like it's Costco Pokemon Fight Club is what it is. You know what the number one rule of Costco Fight Club is?
You don't talk about Costco Fight Club?
Exactly.
No. Everybody gets a $1.50 hot dog after the bout.
You gotta be kidding me. What line you want me to take? Line 4? All right, Andrew says grab line 4. Caesar in Sarasota. Hello, Caesar. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
How you doing, MJ?
I'm doing well. Go ahead.
There was a big resurgence in all trading cards when COVID hit. But a bunch of the guys that I work with were taking out their old cards and going through them and buying a ton of new cards, Pokemon, baseball cards, hockey cards, NASCAR cards, all those.
So when you say resurgence, so it was like, what, during COVID, people were looking for something to do or looking for some, soothing nostalgia?
Yeah, because they were sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah.
So there was nowhere to go, nothing else to do. So there was a big old resurgence. I think even in comic books, I think they had also talked about that they had come back big time because so many people were sitting at home doing nothing.
What type of work do you do?
I'm a driver for public supermarkets.
So at the depot or at the warehouse, the guys were talking about going through their old card collections.
Yes, and buying new ones because they had gone through those. So then they ordered a bunch of new ones. One guy was buying them, the Pokemon ones by the cases.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was
man.
ordering them.
Well, apparently that's what that guy did. It blew $26,000.
I mean, forget that Publix retirement program.
Yeah.
Just invest in Pokemon cards.
So you about ready to hit the road and distribute today?
I'm on my way towards you guys to deliver to 2 stores up by you.
Oh, fantastic! What stores you hitting?
I don't know. My GPS tells me where to go.
I got you. All right. Well,
I have one in Pinellas Park
all right.
and one in Homerton.
Yeah, he's in Sarasota,
Gotcha.
so near us means closer to Tampa.
Gotcha.
Not, down the block.
All right. Well, Caesar, great to hear from you. Thank you for listening, and
I'm a long-time listener since way back in the MJ BJ show.
Thank you. And how long you been a Publix tractor trailer driver?
I've been with Publix for 36 years. I've been driving for around 28 years.
Wow. And how's the safety record?
I have no incidences. I have over 1 million miles safe driving.
Man, that's fantastic. Hey, let's keep it that way. And thank you for checking in, Caesar. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. See you.
Look at that. I love the. Listen, I didn't even tell people to call, and they're calling in. Let me grab. And that's should be a known fact here on the MJ Morning Show. You don't always have to wait for me to say, hey, let's grab a call on this. Call us 800-990-1047. You don't have to do that. If you have anything to ever add, just call us. I don't always have to solicit calls, and we take a lot of calls from people that just call in. like Indio in Tampa. Indio, you're next on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. Love the show.
Thank you. So what's the deal?
So my son is a Pokemon dealer. He actually has about $18,000 worth of stock. But these cards, he was like, Dad, I'm going to Target and then GameStop. You should need to go because they're probably selling between $40 and $50, and they retail right now on eBay and everything like that for about $120, and it's only going to go up because this is the next biggest thing that's coming out for Pokemon. And I didn't want to do it, but he did it, and he wound up going to Target, then going back to GameStop, and he pulled out the $600 card from a pack. And, it's like lottery.
All right. So again, so he lucked out, and in some of the Pokemons that he got, he ended up getting a rare card that was worth $600.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's investing thousands of dollars. Is he coming out ahead overall?
Oh yeah, he does. He knows how to market them and.
All right, so essentially, the dude on that Ramsey video is just a loser. If he's $26K in the hole, and we got the Indio son here he's making money, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you got to know how to do it, man. He's very good at it.
Well, how do you know if you're going to a store to buy random packs, not knowing what's inside? It sounds like it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah. I mean,
but also the other question I have, Indio, is if you're saying that they sell for like $60 at Target or GameStop, why would people be buying them online for $120? Why don't they just go to this damn same stores and buy them for half the price?
Well, you have to be on those lines, and those lines, the stock itself, were limited to the store. So you might have 10 boxes in one store, 5 boxes in another store. So it's one of those things. You got to be there, and then if it sells out, then if you have a large commodity, you can sell them for as much as you want.
Wow. All right, little Pokemon trading card education here. Thank you, Indio. Have a great day.
Likewise, guys. Thank you.
Look at that.
We are in the wrong business, man.
Hey, we've got an update.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm moving on.
All right.
We've got an update. The cretin that ripped off the 83-year-old lottery winner in a parking lot at a convenience store in Orlando has been captured.
I saw the surveillance video.
Yeah. What an awful, terrible, no good, horrific, bad story. This was a story from, a week or two ago. And an 83-year-old woman in Orange County in the Orlando area was violently robbed at a store. This is a week or so ago. And manhunt was initiated. I mean, it was a $200 ticket. I mean, what kind of a lurking, crap-faced cretin is grabbing cash out of the hand of an 83-year-old woman? I guess probably a crackhead, right? $200 outside of Buddy's Food and Lotto.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what kind of cretin. Diego Stalin.
Yeah.
Stalin.
Tavares. Fleury. How many freaking names does this guy have? Can I get this on the booking card? Diego Stalin Tavares Fleury faces charges of battery and robbery. Yeah, they got the guy.
Good.
Yeah, the lottery winner was violently robbed outside of this convenience store. Buddy's Buddy's Liquor and Lotto?
Food and Lotto.
Food and Lotto.
I'm sure they have booze as well at Buddy's.
Oh, man. So there was a manhunt on for the guy. There was pretty good surveillance video from the parking lot, and they got him. So she goes in to cash in her scratcher, I guess, and she gets $200, and then the guy accosts her, rips her off, violently grabs the cash out of her hand in the parking lot. All captured on surveillance footage. And I got to be honest, I'm glad that the cameras were working at Buddy's Food and Lotto, because that just has a ring of all the cameras are broken.
No. Buddy's takes security very seriously.
Well, apparently so. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm very glad that the cameras were working at Buddy's. Yeah, store employee at the store for more than a decade said that she knows the victim well, because I guess the victim's always in there. She's a regular customer.
I mean, Buddy's Food and Lotto sounds like the kind of place that regulars go to.
Yeah, where 83-year-old women buy their scratchers. Yeah, and their pick threes.
Yeah, she's a regular customer. I've known her for over 10 years.
Well,
Very nice lady.
According to one of the clerks, Sun Lee. Sun Lee is the clerk at Buddy's Food and Lotto. She's a very nice lady, talks to everyone. Everyone is her friend. And then the video shows the store owner rushing to the victim's aid in the parking lot as the suspect struggled with the elderly woman, eventually slamming her to the ground and fleeing with her $200 in lottery winnings. Wow. Investigators added that Tavares Flory is known to frequent the area, and an arrest warrant had been issued for him, so they identified him. They finally found him, took him into custody. He's called a troublemaker, just hangs outside. Yeah. So you hang outside a store, they all know who you are, and then you're captured on video, so they're easily able to tell the cops, who did it.
He hangs out here all the time.
Oh, plus he gets slammed with additional charges of battery on a person 65 or older.
Absolutely.
That's the enhanced charge if you scam or attack an elderly person here in Florida.
This poor old lady, somebody's grandma, you can't be slamming her to the ground.
That's absolutely awful. No good, dirty, rotten scoundrel is what he is. Terrible. All right, 7:19. But listen, be very careful. You know what? She needs a pistol.
I don't know if Grandma could have whipped it out in time.
Or she needs a stun gun or taser, and not the little cheapie that, a real one.
She was too busy holding on to her $200.
She needs a cattle prod.
That'd be great.
That's what she needs. Built into her walker.
Maybe she could buy it now with the $200 she has back.
There you go. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. 1 hour, 20 minutes plus every morning, right around 7:25. We kick it off, and we'll do it next here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, hurry up and get your new garage door. Of nonstop MJ starts right now. So this is Inauguration Day. By the way, that's the proper way to say inauguration. Some people say inauguration, but it is GUR. Inauguration. Little pronunciation tip on this Inauguration Monday here on the MJ Morning Show.
Sarah, is there urine in it? Inauguration?
No, there's no urine. It's inauguration.
With your urine.
There's no urine. There's no urine.
Oh.
Why
the way you said the way you emphasized the
inauguration.
I don't pronounce the G. Inauguration. I guess I do pronounce the G.
So
I don't know. I never thought about how I say it.
Yes, you.
I never thought there were two ways to say it.
You pronounce
inauguration.
Yeah, so you said it wrong. It's not inauguration. It's inauguration. So you in the middle, the GU, it's got to be GUR. GUR.
All right. So today's Inauguration Day.
All right, don't be a wise ass now. And it was moved indoors. Did you see this? Did you hear about it?
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be inside the Capitol Rotunda now. And instead of having hundreds of thousands of people potentially outdoors, now there's only going to be like 600 or 700 people inside the Rotunda to attend the inauguration of Trump, who will become the 47th president now after he was the 45th. But
that kind of sucks.
Well, here's the deal. I know what it called inauguration. I froze my 11-year-old ass off at the inauguration of Jimmy Carter in 1977. And you're probably saying, hey, MJ, you little schnit, what the heck were you doing at Jimmy Carter's inauguration on January 20th of 1977? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Sit down for a story from Uncle MJ here.
Yeah. All right. So here's the deal. It was cold as crap when I was 11 years old. And so how did I find myself at Jimmy Carter's inauguration? And of course, Jimmy just passed away
a couple weeks ago.
Hit 100 years old and made it to 100 and then checked out. And the deal is my cousin Leslie somehow wrote like a school project or something, and she was at elementary school in Winter Park, Florida, right down the road here, right down I-4.
Where's Leslie now?
Leslie is up in the Boston area
Okay.
with her husband and 2 kids. Well, the kids are off on their own now. But so Leslie wrote some kind of a note to Jimmy Carter, and I don't know what it was, but it scored her an invite.
Oh, wow.
So, later, I think it was during his campaign, and something like, I think it was a school project. Hey, I'm 11 years old. I'm in 5th grade, and she wrote something to Jimmy Carter, and somehow got on the invite list. And in the mail came an invitation and like 4 tickets for Jimmy Carter's inauguration.
That's amazing.
It was amazing, and it was my Aunt Andy and Leslie, her daughter, my first cousin, my mom's sister's kid, and they at the time they lived in Winter Park. I remember the street. They were on Via Estrella in Winter Park, and they lived in the seedier part of Winter Park. See, the streets in Winter Park that start with Via, they're generally the real hoity-toity rich streets with expensive homes.
It sounds like it, yeah.
But they were on the crappy Via Street.
Oh, the one.
So Via Estrella was not quite fancy Winter Park, but it sounded like, I remember hearing the story that when they would order like pizzas and stuff, that the delivery folks used to come, and when they saw the Via, they thought it was and that meant a great tip.
Yeah.
But no, then they would get to their kind of janky house and not get a great tip. All right, anyway, so here's the deal. My cousin gets invited. They had extra, tickets, and they said, hey, we're driving from Florida. We're going to pass right through Virginia. And at that point, we were living in Virginia Beach. We had moved from Nanuet in New York to Virginia Beach, and they were driving right through. They were going to stop at our house, and they said, hey, does Todd want to go to the inauguration? And I went.
That's awesome.
So this date in 1977, I was freezing my 11-year-old ass off at Jimmy Carter's inauguration, which was not moved indoors, and it was 28 degrees with a wind chill that put the feels-like temp in the mid-teens. And I do remember it was cold. I was shivering. My teeth were chattering. And it was cold, but it was outdoors. But today's inauguration is going to be moved indoors. Right now in D.C., it is Andrew just said. Andrew, turn your mic on. Can I get a weather report for D.C. right now?
According to the Weather Channel, it is 24 degrees with a 14-degree feels-like temperature.
Yeah, so that was very similar because back in 77 for Carter, it was 28 degrees and the wind chill put the temp in the mid-teens. I think I remember like 14 or 15 degrees as well was the feels-like temp.
So,
but that wasn't moved indoors, but today's is being moved. And some are asking maybe it's a security issue as well.
no, if you can be out there, be out there. I went to MG, and you probably remember this. I went to President George W. Bush's.
What year did you go?
2004.
All right, that was George W. Bush.
W. Bush.
Yeah,
I went to his
HW was early. Yeah.
second inauguration for his second term after that election, and I went with the dwarf to Washington D.C.
All right, but did you guys have actual?
We didn't have tickets to sit in the chairs,
But did you have an invitation?
well, we had invitations to inaugural balls.
Oh, that's right.
And so
You and Dave the dwarf.
went to a couple of inaugural balls.
And who invited you to the inaugural
I
balls?
think we got it through maybe like whoever the local congressperson was at the time. Like there was like the Florida Georgia ball or something, and then somehow we weaseled tickets to like the Texas Cattleman ball.
Oh, that's right. I remember this.
And we said, hey, we're here. Let's go to the inauguration.
That's right, because after the inauguration, you have all those different balls, and the president typically
Shows up.
makes his way to the different balls.
Yeah.
And he's on a ball tour.
Yeah. So
hitting all the balls.
I was at 2 balls. I went to 2 balls, and I saw the president twice. I beat him to both balls. But inauguration time's coming up. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock. We finished the morning show that day. And I'm like, Dave, let's go to the inauguration. He's like, all right, man, let's go. He walked outside the hotel, and it was so cold. He's like, man, screw this guy, man. I ain't going anywhere.
Frozen dwarf.
He turns around, goes back to the room, and I ended up going to the inauguration myself. But, then
the dwarf did not want to take in the historical aspect of
Listen.
attending the inaugural ball
well,
or the inauguration
he went-
rather.
yeah.
He went to the balls.
He went to the ball.
Right.
He didn't go
So
to
the dwarf had
inauguration.
balls, but
Yes.
but at night,
But
not during the day.
it was pretty cold that day. I think it was like, 20-something degrees. This is not the first time the swearing in of a president has been moved indoors.
Yeah, Reagan was moved indoors one of his terms.
Reagan for his second term.
85.
William Howard Taft for all of the heat that his massive body produces.
You know what? He had a layer of blubber like a whale.
A walrus.
Yeah.
A walrus would have been closer to his actual size, but his 1909 ceremony was moved inside. There was a blizzard that time. James Monroe, with it's going way back, and Andrew Jackson also had his indoors. Let's not have, and President Trump will be an older president. We don't need another William Henry Harrison, regardless of where you sit on the political spectrum. I think like William Henry Harrison was advised to move it inside.
Oh, that's right. And then he got pneumonia and
died.
died.
He gave a long
Oh,
speech.
that's right.
He was like up there for like I think it was like 90 minutes. if
He
I
was in
recall
office for
correctly.
like a month.
Yeah,
And then he died.
It was like
Croaked.
he went to his balls, sick the next day, dies a month later. Enter Tyler. Tyler became president after that. Tippy Canoe and Tyler too.
Oh, Tipper Canoe and
Tippy Canoe.
Tippy Canoe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyway, but so I don't want the president out there where he can get sick. I certainly don't want that for. I wouldn't want that for President Biden. I wouldn't want that for any president. So if it's the safest thing to do, then it's the safest thing to do. But I've always enjoyed watching the president stand there, talking over the crowd, knowing they're freezing their balls off. Well, the balls aren't until later in the night, so I guess they're not freezing those off just yet.
The balls are inside, so you're not going to be freezing your balls off. There's going to be, I'm sure, heat inside the balls.
So these balls, MJ, are not glamorous events. You think they're glamorous because it's the presidential inaugural ball, but it's like hotel convention rooms, and one convention room is one ball, and across the hall is another ball, and it's a bunch of people just huddled up. And the president walks out, and I remember George Bush walked out, waved to the crowd, didn't even really talk.
They like roll in for like 5 minutes and then hit the next ball.
He didn't talk. He didn't give us talk to the crowd or anything. He just waved. Everybody cheered. He and Laura Bush just kind of rocked back and forth a few times. And he said goodbye, and he was off to the next ball.
You want to hear something gross?
Yeah, I love gross.
Sounds like a publicity stunt, but anyway. Progresso, the soup manufacturer, Progresso Foods?
Yeah.
Progresso is coming out with a limited edition soup-flavored hard candy line.
Oh.
That's what I want. I want to suck on a minestrone flavored hard candy.
A nice chicken noodle sucker.
Oh, nasty.
All right.
Yeah. Progresso. Apparently, they're going to be selling chicken noodle flavored hard candies, and they call it soup you can suck on. Yeah, the parent company of Progresso is now General Mills, and they announced this in a press release on Thursday. The soup drops resemble cough drops or kind of like bouillon cubes.
Yeah, look at them. They're kind of like round, like those Luden cough drops.
Where the hell do you buy these things?
So I'm at their website, progressosoupdrops.com.
It's sold out. It's already sold out.
And it looks like there's only one flavor.
Yeah, just soup. You know what?
Just chicken noodle soup.
I want clam chowder. I want clam chowders. I want New England clam chowder soup
Sounds
drops.
delicious. How about a nice lobster bisque?
No. I don't think Progresso has lobster bisque, but they have New England clam chowder.
Yeah.
I want with a real chunk of clam in each piece of hard candy. You bite the center and there's a nice piece of clam in there.
Delicious. So they are sold out right now of these soup drops.
Oh yeah, it says check back next Thursday at 9 a.m.
All right, we'll be right there.
So that's this Thursday. So a couple of days from now. Hey, set your calendar and let's see if we can get our hands on these grotesque Progresso soup drops. Yeah, they need to expand. Chicken noodle, that's the only one they have. They need minestrone, and they need New England clam. Oh, they need the Italian wedding soup.
You get a little meatball in the
little
middle?
meatball in the middle of the candy drop. That's absolutely. What line do you want me to take? Line 4? All right, Andrew says caller on line 4. All right, Kyle's up in Washington, D.C. Kyle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. How you doing?
Doing fine.
I went up to D.C. for the rally yesterday from Texas. And
Is this the bleep stirring, Kyle?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, I froze my silver balls off down up here. I waited 10 hours in line to get in there. It was an absolute mess.
But wait a minute. Were you waiting in line before you found out that it was going to be moved indoors?
No, we found out it was moving indoors on our flight to D.C.
Yeah, but last night was a rally.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
It was a big...
Kind of an impromptu rally?
Well, all these people, I mean, it was in the back of my mind to go to this inauguration. And I kind of looked at the calendar to see if I could make it, and it didn't work out. But a lot of people, MJ, have had plans for a long time to go to this inauguration. There's a lot of people in Washington, Kyle included, who thought he'd be sitting out in the field watching it happen. And they're like, what do we do now? So they had this impromptu rally.
They had a rally. So I guess, Kyle, the big question is, when you were at the rally, were you at the whole rally last night?
I did not get into the whole rally. I got in line at 7 a.m., and I didn't make it inside until halfway through Trump's speech.
All right, so the question is, at the rally up in D.C. last night, did use cash?
Yeah.
They got paid a lot of money.
One of the guys got his quarterly check for all the Trump plays, and he's like, you know what? Play the damn song. Have at it.
It's fun to stay at the... Why? All right. So what are you going to do now? I don't think you're going to be able to get in. I don't think you're going to be one of the 600 or 700 people getting into the Capitol Rotunda today, Kyle.
Yeah, no, not at all. And there's already 10,000 people in line at Capital One Arena.
Oh, that's
already.
Right. Oh, yeah, because they're showing the inauguration on big screens inside the arena.
We're going to go to a bar at 9 o'clock and get trashed and watch it there.
That's what you do.
That's the way to do it.
All right, just don't post crap online. All right, see you later, Kyle.
Stay off the fan page,
So
pal.
long. All right,
buddy. Yeah. So remember a couple of weeks ago, the Village people came forward and said, "Hey, listen, it's for any candidate to use. We don't take political sides." I think Motorcycle Guy or Indian Guy came out, one of the original band members.
Well, who are the only original members? I think only Victor Willis, who's the cop, the black guy who was the lead, he played the cop. He might be the only original, because I think didn't the mustached motorcycle leather dude, I think he might have died of AIDS or something.
I don't know.
Well, do a search.
You know who else is catching a reasonable amount of flack for participating in some capacity in the inauguration?
Yeah, Roberta Flack.
Yes. And everybody's favorite entertainer and pitchman for everything, it seems.
Who's that?
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, that's right. Snoop Dogg. I did see that.
This guy does not turn down a check, no matter what. He will endorse it. I saw him endorsing
it's like peanut butter and jelly on chocolate on gold, or whatever it is.
Peanut butter and jelly on gold from the T-Mobile commercial.
Whatever the
hell.
But
I saw him the other day pitching an outdoor camper fire, like a little fire pit. And he's like, "Yo, man, the only reason I'm here is because they gave me a check, and you're more likely to buy it."
Oh, if you give him money,
he'll do it.
He'll endorse a company that pushes grandma down the stairs.
Hey, this is Snoop Dogg for pushing grandma down the stairs. And I love Snoop. I mean,
oh man, hey, guess what? I saw this, and I was ecstatic. This is food related, and I saw this, and I'm like, oh my God, this is great news. If you love French fries, folks, unbelievable great news, and hopefully this starts a trend, because there was a time when things were better. All right, hold on. 2-3 minutes from right now. Hang on.
All right.
2 or 3 minutes from right now, I'm going to tell you the French fries story you got to hear. Hang on. First, though, I teased this over the weekend in my little promo, and I don't know if I'm buying this. I saw an item that Generation Z does not know how to do this. I'm like, get out. Give me a break. I saw a piece that Generation Z does not know how to change a light bulb.
Okay. I thought you were going to say a tire.
No.
When you said change, I'm like, he's going to say tire. He's going to say tire than light bulb.
No. That would be a much more believable thing that don't know how to change a tire. Listen, a lot of people, I think, have trouble, changing a tire. But Generation Z admits they don't know how to change a light bulb? Get out of here. Where did I see this? It was a New York Post piece.
Where's your son right now? Does he know how to change a light bulb?
Yes, he knows that. He was trying to fix some Pac-Man video game over the weekend at my house with a soldering iron. He knows how to change a light bulb.
No. He'll leave a burnt light bulb in there, but he could solder something to it.
Yeah, this is insane. It's admitted by Generation Z that they don't know how to change a light bulb. Anyway, listen, I don't want to waste too much time on this, but I find that to be preposterous. I know that Julian, my 20-year-old Gen Z son, knows how to change a light bulb. Oh, wait a sec. Wait a minute. Chloe has 2 bedside nightstands with lamps on each.
And
she asked me about 2 weeks ago if I could change the light bulb on her lamp.
Does she not know how?
Oh, man. Hang on a minute. Oh, she's got a day off.
Yeah, today's a federal holiday.
Yeah, so federal holiday today with MLK Jr.'s birthday observation.
Yeah, it's almost 8 a.m.
And Chloe works for the state.
Her body's waking up about this time.
Yeah.
She's usually up.
Well, let's speed that process along.
Well, here's the thing. Even if your body's used to waking up early on a Monday anyway, even if it's a federal holiday, you're kind of waking up early.
Yeah, I do not need to call Julian. I know that Julian knows how to change a light bulb. Now, let me call Chloe, my Gen Z daughter, and see if she knows. And why did she ask me to? Why didn't she just go to the garage, to the cabinet where all the light bulbs are? Oh, is she not going to pick up? Oh, is she sleeping in because she's got no work today because of the federal holiday? Well, it sure as
Hi,
hell.
this is Chloe. Sorry I couldn't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you soon.
Sorry.
Bye.
Sorry you couldn't get to the phone right now. Well, hang on. Let me rule of twos this. All right, one more time on the Clomeister. Pick up the phone.
What's she doing?
Obviously sleeping. Tell you what she's doing. She's not picking up the phone.
I mean, I know she knows how to pick up a phone.
I wonder if she put her phone on silent. It's very rare that she puts her phone on silent. Yeah, she's not going to pick up.
So I typed change a light bulb into
Hi,
the
this is
Google.
Chloe. Sorry.
Wow.
And AI gave a whole 6-step process on how to change a light bulb. And it's completely accurate. I mean, AI is not giving out false information, but I guess I forgot how in-depth.
No, there are many stories where AI is giving out false information.
Not in this case.
In fact, we did a story about how AI was giving out dangerous information on certain things.
Not regarding changing light bulbs. In this case, kudos to AI.
All right, number 1, turn off the power.
Yes.
Number 2, stick your tongue inside the socket. No, it doesn't say that.
Every time.
Number 2, remove the cover. 3, wait for the bulb to cool.
That's a good tip.
Number 4, remove the old bulb. You might need to twist it counterclockwise. Insert the new bulb. Place the new bulb in the socket and gently screw it in clockwise. Don't over-tighten it.
Another good tip.
Yeah, don't snap off the glass and shatter it in your hand.
I mean, nobody's ever told me to wait for the bulb to cool. I'm always, ow, 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 ow.
Oh, look at this one. Number 7. If you happen to drop a fluorescent long tube on the floor and it shatters, breathe in all of the dust.
Yes. Just get on your hands and knees and get as close as possible.
It doesn't say that. Anyway, so Chloe clearly not going to pick up. Maybe she's listening and she doesn't want to admit she doesn't know how to change a light bulb because she's Gen Z. All right, you ready for the great French fry news? Folks, this is huge. This is big. Do you remember that I talked about very, very famous French fries and how they were just a lot better years ago? Do you remember what I'm referring to?
You talking about beef tallow?
That's where we're headed.
Okay.
But do you remember the French fries that I said?
I think it was the most popular French fries in the country, McDonald's.
That
right?
is correct.
They're the most popular French fries?
Absolutely. So back in the day, and I think it was it early 90s? You can even type it in. When did McDonald's stop frying their French fries in beef tallow? So here's the deal. Beef tallow is a rendered beef fat from cow byproducts and the fat and the trimmings. So they render it, they cook it and render it, and they make a paste, which then turns into an oil. And there was a time when McDonald's was frying their French fries in beef tallow. And listen, I'm just going to be honest. Look, McDonald's is an American institution. I'm not taking away anything from McDonald's, except that when McDonald's used to fry their fries in beef tallow, they tasted a hell of a lot better because the beef fat provided more flavor. I mean, it's flavor.
So they stopped it in 1990.
Oh, because I said early 90s.
Very early 90s, like the earliest of the 90s.
Right. And I think there were some lawsuits that I want to say some religious groups had sued, or I can't remember the whole deal.
Okay.
But the tallow makes a French fry taste better. This is huge news in the fact that a chain has announced they're going back to using the beef tallow, the beef fat, for the French fries, which equals more flavor. And that chain is
Arby's.
Steak and Shake.
Oh.
Yeah, Steak and Shake.
I had no idea.
Yeah, fast food chain Steak and Shake has announced that they're going to be cooking their famous, they do the thin shoestring tomato or potatoes. Yeah, they do the shoestring fries, shoestring potatoes, and they're going to start frying their French fries again in 100% beef tallow by the end of February. So within the next month and change, all Steak and Shakes are going to have more flavorful French fries because of the beef tallow.
Okay.
Statement. Our fries will now be cooked in an authentic way, 100% beef tallow, in order to achieve the highest quality and best taste, said Chris Ward, who's the chief supply officer for Steak and Shake. By the end of February, all Steak and Shake restaurants will have shifted from frying in vegetable oil to 100% all-natural beef tallow. The consumer wants the best and deserves the best, and they're going to get it. And they're saying that the beef tallow will allow Steak and Shake to deliver the best-tasting fries possible. So that's good news. And then I saw that there were other restaurants that were considering it as well. I'm telling you, if McDonald's goes back to beef tallow, the fries get... Listen, a lot of people love McDonald's fries now.
Sure.
But I just remember the flavor profile. I remember back in the 90s and having McDonald's fries and saying to myself, you know what? These just don't taste as good as I remembered. And then little research showed that, well, there's a reason why, because they went to a vegetable oil versus the beef fat tallow oil, because that just injects more flavor into the fry.
Is the beef fat oil substantially more expensive than vegetable oil? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have to check the...
That's a good question.
I have to check the fat commodities market.
Check the commodities market.
Yes.
Yep. So Steak and Shake, which they've been a little steak and shaky lately, just business-wise. I think Steak and Shake is a great product.
Me too.
I think Steak and Shake is fantastic. I've always liked Steak and Shake. And I'll tell you what, with the beef tallow in the fries, that's going to probably get me to make a couple of more frequent stops.
Yes, more frequently than the last time you went in 2014.
Yep. But McDonald's?
When was the last time you went to a Steak and Shake?
Probably a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I have no ill...
Yeah,
nothing bad to say about it, but I haven't been in a long time.
Well, you know what? I love a burger. I love a burger, a cheeseburger, and... It's just I don't eat a lot of red meat. I have maybe steak once a month. I mean, I love a steak. I love beef. What's for dinner? Beef. Beef. It's what's for dinner. In fact, I love the beef music.
Yeah, the
Dun, 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 the hoedown roundup, the beef music. But no, McDonald's quit frying in beef tallow. McDonald's started using seed oils in 1990, as you pointed out. And I'm just being honest here. McDonald's fries never tasted as good when they discontinued using the beef tallow. And now we've got Steak and Shake going back, which is good. Hey, speaking of food, why the hell would a barbecue chain have to serve barbecue sauce at a ridiculous temperature approaching 200 degrees?
Wow, that's really warm.
Well, guess what? It fell on a lady's lap, and she got scalded. She had second-degree burns from, like, flaming hot barbecue sauce.
Over here at barbecue, we serve boiling hot barbecue sauce.
Guess what?
What chain was it?
A San Antonio restaurant chain's barbecue sauce. Looks like Bill Miller Barbecue.
Bill Miller Barbecue, home of the boiling barbecue sauce.
We're going to burn the hell out of your wang at Bill Miller Barbecue. If our sauce falls on your junk, it's on fire.
It's the third-degree burn guarantee.
No, second degree. The lawsuit was second degree burn. Listen to this. A jury found Bill Miller's Barbecue in San Antonio, Texas, liable. A jury last week said they had to pay $2.9 million in damages.
Wow.
Because the hot barbecue sauce fell into a customer's lap. Genesis Monita is her name.
Good for Genesis.
Genesis, 19 years old, is now a millionaire from a barbecue sauce crotch burn. What was your path to millionaire? Barbecue sauce crotch burn.
All right, so I don't spend much time in Texas.
There's a lot of Bill Miller barbecues in Texas.
A whole bunch of them.
And they seem to be kind of centered around San Antonio. Then they spread out to areas outside.
San Antonio to Austin and a couple down in Corpus Christi. There might be 50 locations of this franchise.
Yeah, Bill Miller Barbecue. So Genesis Monita, 19 years old, suffered second-degree burns after spilling Bill Miller's Barbecue, which her attorneys called dangerously hot. So when I first saw the story, I'm like, all right, hot as in spicy or hot as in temperature? And in this case, yes, hot as in temperature.
What's boiling like? Is it like 212 or something?
Boiling point at sea level is 212. If you go up to altitude, like up in Vail, boiling is like 190 or so. Yeah, so there's a way to calculate the boiling point at altitude.
Actually, Bill Miller uses that in his ads. He goes, in Colorado, our barbecue sauce is boiling. It's only 200 degrees here.
So here's the deal. According to the San Antonio Express News, that's the big newspaper in San Antonio, a Bexar County jury reached the verdict on Friday, finding the restaurant's gross negligence as the cause of the burn. Listen to the lawyer. The lawyer Hi, I'm Lawrence Morales II, and I got Genesis Monita $2.9 million for a burnt-ass coochie.
Whoa, I don't know what part got burned.
No, it's her thigh.
Oh, man.
But cooch just sounds funny. I'm sorry. All right, so...
What was the lawyer's name?
The lawyer's name. I can just see this guy doing TV commercials.
Can you see Genesis? Hi, my name's Genesis, and he got me
And Larry Morales II got me this check for $2.9 million because I burnt my thighs with hot barbecue sauce. Yeah. So the lawyer says it sends a message that companies cannot put profits over customer safety. It protects people in our community. The victim was awarded $900,000 to pay for her mental and physical pain, medical care and lost earnings, and another $1.8 million in punitive damages.
All right, I'm on Lawrence Morales' website. Areas of practice: discrimination, wrongful termination, business litigation, barbecue sauce burns.
It doesn't say that.
Criminal defense, family law, and probate.
Oh, he does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he's got somebody.
He's got everything going. Now he's the hot barbecue sauce magnate. Yeah, the barbecue sauce was so hot that Monita dropped the container and the sauce seeped through her ripped jeans, causing a burn. In her complaint, she said that she was never warned that the condiment, which was 189 degrees, way above the 165-degree temperature the sauce is supposed to maintain, and it was dangerously hot. First of all, how did they know that the sauce was 189 degrees?
That seems really hot for barbecue sauce no matter what.
Is that through the discovery process? That were they able to pull, like, the records of how, I mean, how did they know the barbecue sauce that burned her thigh was 189 degrees?
That's a good lawyer. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Dangerously hot. Yeah, Monita and her mother explained during the trial that the injury caused the teen to miss both school and work and led to a bout of depression. Morales also told jurors that another woman burned her abdomen with barbecue sauce from the same Bill Miller location. And since the incidents, the company has not put any new safety measures in place. Oh, the jury punished Bill Miller Barbecue because apparently they're not taking the burn seriously by instituting some kind of protocol to prevent barbecue crotch scorches.
Can you not serve barbecue sauce at, I don't know, 140 degrees and it still be warm? That's crazy.
God. Oh, my God, my crotch is on fire! My crotch is on fire! Did I spill Bill Miller barbecue sauce in my crotch?
Here, Bill Miller barbecue sauce.
No. Got a bad case of gonorrhea.
Oh, wait. Oh.
That's why my crotch is on fire. Got some chlamydia.
Okay. She's a victim, you know. She's a victim of a barbecue sauce burn. You're making jokes.
Yeah, the lawyer for Bill Miller, which dispenses 2 ounces of barbecue sauce in a 4-ounce plastic container, counted saying in the 865 days between the two accidents, the chain doled out more than 2.2 million ounces of barbecue sauce with no other complaints. Sounds like Bill Miller Barbecue needs to get a better defense attorney.
Bill Miller is going to appeal this.
Because it looks like Morales, looks like Lawrence Morales II, looks like he smoked them, like in a smoker.
Yes, like their beautiful sausage link buckaroo plate.
You can't make that crap up. You know, $2.9 million award to a 19-year-old teenager because of hot barbecue sauce on her thigh.
I will say, I'm looking through their website.
Wow.
Everything looks good.
Want to make a road trip to
Let's go.
Texas and get some Bill Miller barbecue?
Let's go. Turn around, come right back.
Let's hop right on that action. All right, let's deal with the whole TikTok deal. And I got a couple of things to say about TikTok. You know, there were people crying.
People were losing
their
minds.
Crap. People were losing it. Absolutely.
Yes.
So with TikTok going dark, oh my God, this is just a further example of the manipulation. All right, so folks, you know the deal. I'm on Instagram Reels and IG. You know, my Instagram is certified MJ Radio. I never got sucked into TikTok. And I didn't like the fact that it was a Chinese-run app because I know the tentacles that the Chinese Communist government has on any company operating out of China. And then, of course, the stories started popping up. And there was a big story out of U.S. intelligence that, and they didn't name who it was, but they say there were several government employees that were tracked by, it's believed to be Chinese intelligence, tracking American government workers through their app and tracking their locations for whatever reason.
Wow.
And the Chinese Communist government has access to all of that data. So with TikTok, the Chinese government, and if you look at the app and the, you know, what permissions they have, they can get into all your photos. They can get into all of your text messages, your phone call logs, not to mention all the data collected on what you watch. They can also make suggestions. And this is where another concern arises about the TikTok app propagandizing certain content. so they can push certain content, they can suppress other content. And again, it's psyops, it's psychological operations. And you can push certain content that maybe is averse or adverse, I should say, to the United States. So you can push certain politicized content that maybe causes American people to have certain suspicions or conspiracy theories being pushed. There's a lot of reasons here.
Okay.
And we know that the Chinese Communist government and their intel operations are all up and through our business. Man, they hacked into the Verizon and AT&T systems for, 18 months or so. They stole data on 1 million people in the United States. And I'm sure a lot of them were sensitive, high-ranking individuals governmentally, but data was ripped off. So then we have, and I have no problem taking some phone calls here. If you're one of the individuals that cried.
That had a complete meltdown.
Yeah, there were people melting down. I know people that monetize TikTok, and they were like in tears.
This is the business.
I mean, I've tried to talk them out of using TikTok, but there were people literally crying and posting prior to the TikTok ban. And, of course, now the reprieve, and we'll get into the seesaw in just a minute. There were people posting videos, breaking down and crying, oh, my God, I love TikTok. This is my livelihood. And what this tells me is there's no shortage of information on why TikTok is dangerous, on why TikTok is a national security threat. Keep in mind, there was a bipartisan vote. This is because of U.S. intelligence laying out, so the Department of Justice, U.S. intelligence, laying out why TikTok is bad. And again, it's all the information gathering, it's the tracking, it's the propagandizing, it's a lot. It's like a Trojan horse. Chinese foreign intel is getting into the American psyche, and in 178 million American phones, harvesting all of this data, and it's a foreign adversaries' intelligence services that can get into all the TikTok data. Because ByteDance, the parent company, if you operate in China, then the Chinese Communist Party has access to everything. Everything, whatever the hell they want.
Wow.
And then, I had and I'll grab some calls on this. Did you break down and cry? Any thoughts? And then what about the TikTok game? Again, talk about manipulation of Americans. TikTok shut down operations late on Saturday night, hours ahead of Sunday, yesterday, where the ban was supposed to take effect on January 19th. Now, keep in mind.
Then they posted that little message.
Yeah, and I've got the message, and I can share that in just a second. Keep in mind that this was a bipartisan vote in Congress. Republicans and Democrats saw all the data, and in a rare show of bipartisanship.
They agree on nothing.
But Republicans and Democrats in the House and the Senate, they agreed that TikTok was a national security threat. But you've got people that for, silly videos are trying to monetize. I don't care about it being a threat to the United States and national security. I just want to be on TikTok, and I just want to make money on TikTok, is what it comes down to. I'm putting national security for the United States first before a bunch of goofy videos on TikTok. Excuse me. And then some people were, posting, because I did a little address. Did you see that?
I saw that it was posted. I didn't watch it.
I was waiting. Oh, thanks. So you're not watching my content? It's got like over 30,000 views, like that.
I am not one of them.
I was at the gate. I was at gate F2 at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport yesterday morning, waiting for my flight to come back to Tampa after visiting my dad. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do an MJ address on the TikTok blackout situation. And again, that was early Sunday morning, and TikTok had gone dark late on Saturday night, and they restored it like 12 or 14 hours later. Early afternoon yesterday, TikTok was put back online. But again, them taking it down early and causing this panic, That's all part of the propagandizing. It's all part of the manipulation. This is a foreign entity, a foreign adversarial government that's playing with the emotions and pulling the freaking puppet strings of Americans across the country. And it's a perfect freaking example. Oh, you want to play my message?
I do.
All right, so this is, if you didn't see my...
the message the same thing you've been spewing for the last couple of minutes?
Well, why don't you listen? It's very quick. It's 30 seconds.
Okay, here we go.
So this is me in the terminal right in front of the gate in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood yesterday morning, and MJ's statement on the TikTok blackout, which was still in effect yesterday morning at about 7:30 or 7:45 when I recorded this. All right, reset it and hit it and go. And now an MJ statement on TikTok going dark late last night ahead of the ban on this 19th of January. First of all of our national security agencies have determined that TikTok is a national security threat. In a bipartisan fashion in Congress, they voted to ban TikTok. Biden, for whatever reason, decided not to enforce, leaving it to Trump. Trump is now saying he might give it a 90-day reprieve. Why would you give a reprieve to anything that is a national security threat or hazard, where they can track you, they can have access to all of your information, propagandize, boost certain content, suppress other content? Everything from TikTok is accessible by the Chinese Communist government, an adversary of the United States of America. We are probably going to be at war with China in 5-10 years. Taiwan's going to be an issue. TikTok is a national security threat. I support TikTok if it is sold to an American company where all data is on U.S.-based servers and no Chinese Communist Party has access to all of the data. America and national security first, not stupid little videos. So that's my little message from the airport in Fort Lauderdale yesterday morning.
All right, I can't get past the horns in the background. Was that a live band at the airport?
No, there's a speaker nearby playing airport music.
I didn't know. I thought it was like Star Wars, where he walked into the bar and there's a little band in the corner.
Listen and look at the phones. Phones are loaded here. You want to get in? You want to comment? You want to think? You want to say I'm right? You want to say I'm wrong? What's your opinion? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 if you want to comment on the whole TikTok situation. 800-990-1047. But just the panic. Look at what TikTok was able to do by pulling their app down early, by shutting out American users late on Saturday night and people freaking out. That's the kind of manipulation. And I'm telling you, it was a PR stunt. They did that. They did it deliberately, a total stunt, because they wanted to cause like a panic, and they did so. So look at what they did by shutting it down early and putting the message up. And I've got I can share what the screen said in just a minute. And then phones are loaded. I'm going to go to your phone calls here. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So when TikTok went down, this is late Saturday night, people trying to go to their TikTok. I don't have TikTok on my phone. I've never installed TikTok.
Okay, we got that.
I don't use TikTok.
We heard that once or twice.
Tick schmuck, tick schlock. So people got this. Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. In the meantime, you can still log in to download your data. So that was the message that popped up. And then 12, 14 hours later, early yesterday afternoon, then we're back, because Trump said that he was going to issue an executive order, most likely, to allow TikTok to continue for 90 days. But then you've got some members of Congress, Republicans, that support Trump that are saying, whoa, 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 whoa,
Easy, man.
easy, easy, Trumpster.
Hold your horses.
Hold on. That's not how this works. You're not a king. You can't. That's not exactly how this works. We have a law that was passed by Congress, signed by the president, and it went into effect yesterday. So then TikTok comes back online because of the Trump assurances, and TikTok put this message: welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the United States. We can continue to create, share, and discover you can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok. And I would like to add, and we, the Chinese commies, can continue to spy on you and track you and manipulate you. Look what we did. We manipulated you with the early takedown, causing people to cry and panic and freak out and jump off buildings.
Did anybody jump off buildings?
Probably somewhere.
I mean, is there any reports of?
I'm guessing maybe somewhere.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if one person took
That's
a dive.
what I'm saying.
It's their whole life.
All right. So let me share with you a statement. So two Republicans, Senator Tom Cotton, Republican, Arkansas, chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, and Senator Pete Ricketts, Republican from Nebraska.
Isn't that a disease?
Ricketts.
If somebody has rickets, that's like serious, right?
I want to, but these are not Democrats going after Trump. These are Republicans that understand, and they've seen the intelligence on why TikTok is dangerous to United States national security.
Rickets is a bone disease that occurs primarily in children and adolescents.
It's a vitamin D deficiency.
I knew it was
scurvy is vitamin C deficiency, and rickets is a vitamin D deficiency.
Do we have a Senator Scurvy too? Because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. So here's a statement this is a statement from Senator Tom Cotton and Senator
Ricketts,
Pete Ricketts, both Republicans from red states. Big red. Right.
Was Representative Osteoporosis not available?
All right. So this is the statement. Quote, "We commend Amazon, Apple, Google, and Microsoft for following the law and halting operations with ByteDance and TikTok, and we encourage other companies to do the same. The law, after all, risks ruinous bankruptcy for any company who violates it. Now that the law has taken effect, there is no legal basis for any kind of extension or effect of its effective date. For TikTok to come back online in the future, ByteDance must agree to a sale that satisfies the law's qualified divestiture requirements by severing all ties between TikTok and communist China. Only then will Americans be protected from the grave threat posed to their privacy and security by a communist-controlled TikTok." Those aren't Democrats. Those are two well-known Republican senators that are saying that there's no legal basis for any kind of extension of the effective date of the ban that went into effect yesterday. And, we'll see what Trump is going to do. Trump becomes president again in a little less than 4 hours, so right around 12 noon today. Trump will take over as president at the inauguration right around high noon today in D.C. And here you got two Republicans that are Trump supporters that are saying, no, you can't issue an extension on this. That's the law. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, yeah, I've got this. Yeah, it's in my pile. Andrew just handed me some maniac was pissed off and lit a congressman's office on fire because of the TikTok ban. I'll get to that in a second. It's in the pile.
Like his regional office?
All right, so, hey, phones, I'll be right there. If you're on hold, I'll be right there. Enrique, Nicole, Pat, everyone else, hold on, I'll be right there. But then Trump is pitching a 50% takeover of TikTok.
Okay.
But the problem is, it's not let's say there's an agreement where ByteDance, the Chinese company, is able to keep 50% and a U.S. company would take 50% of TikTok. The problem is it's the accessibility, where the servers are. the Chinese Communist government should not have access to all of our personal phones, all the data on our phones, the ability to track us through GPS and the app. That's the problem. So just saying, 50% will go to an American company if ByteDance agrees and they get the right number. It's where the data lives. It's where the servers are and the accessibility. So just, the suggestion, let's let a U.S. firm take over 50%. No, the Chinese commies need to lose all control of the servers and the ability for the data.
Okay.
That's what the deal is.
So you're against TikTok coming back. I get it. I understand. You've made that point mostly clear.
Can I say something else about TikTok? I'm telling you.
Do I have a choice?
Yes. You can leave the room if you want.
All right, I'll see you guys in a bit.
But seriously, this is important. Then we'll go to phone calls here.
Okay.
The other issue is, in a way to really suck Americans, and I'm telling you, I truly believe this is a Trojan horse, and there are many other Trojan horses to, infiltrate the U.S. psyche and our infrastructure here in this country. One of the things, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I truly believe that TikTok lies about the engagement levels. I think in order to really hook people and make them think, oh my God, I think TikTok absolutely fabricates and boosts the video views. I don't think those numbers are real. I think they juice up people's followers, those numbers, and I think they totally jack up the number of views as another tactic to suck Americans in to make them feel important. I would stake my life on that they do that. All right, let's go to phones. Listen, this is a big story. This is a huge, massive, as big as Fester story.
Did you just say you'd stake your life on TikTok?
Yes.
So if they came out and says, it's all actually real numbers.
Nope. I don't believe it. Yeah. I take myself right out.
Take it right out.
Yes, I jump right in front of a truck on 275
for a social media platform.
Yeah. All right. 8. If you want to get in, you want to comment on anything I've just spewed. 800-990-1047 is how you get on. 800-990-1047. Enrique in Palmetto. Enrique, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hello, good morning. First of all, we know for a fact that Twitter, before Musk purchased it, and Facebook, they manipulated Americans by suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story, and they suppressed all sorts of conservative postings, shadow banning, and all that.
All right, listen, I'm not going to dispute that. We know that there were issues, and I know a lot of people have made this claim, and I've heard from people that disagree with my position, but here's the issue. The issue is that, and most of the complaints have been, well, what about Meta, Facebook and Instagram, having all of your data as well? The difference is that they are American companies, whereas TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, and that data just flows to the communist Chinese government. Listen,
I like to be manipulated by Americans.
Listen,
yes,
and I do not, wave off and whitewash anything, and any kind of suppression or any kind of censorship, or if you have a bunch of individuals with a certain ideology preventing a different ideology in an open platform, I have a problem with it. But I want to keep the data in America with American access and not foreign access. But listen, Enrique, your point is well taken, and I totally disagree with any kind of censorship in that fashion. So
I want my information harvested by American companies, and then they sell it to the Chinese.
No, they're not.
them get it directly.
No,
that's what I want.
You're just trying to foam things up over here.
There's
no American companies that are selling Meta's not selling their data to the Chinese communist. It's about tracking. It's about manipulation. It's about power of suggestion, brainwashing. Nicole in Clearwater. Nicole, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well, Nicole. Hit it.
So I kind of just wanted to bring this back to 2020. I remember that Trump started to get mad at TikTok around that time because a bunch of us on TikTok had started this thing where we reserved a bunch of tickets to his rally, and then he touted that everyone was going to show up. It was going to be such a big rally, and nobody showed up. So then he started going off on TikTok.
Well, listen, the fact is that Trump agreed with a TikTok ban. Trump originally understood publicly the dangers of TikTok and the Chinese company and the supply of information to the Chinese Communist government. Trump was against TikTok until he was for TikTok.
I think this election
If
cycle.
it was about the data, then why is he entertaining the idea of allowing a stay for them for 90 days? It's not about data at this point.
Yeah. Well, and then you have, again, Republicans that support Trump that are saying, no, you don't have the power to do that. That, you know, we've got a law that's passed. So, you know, Nicole, this is unwritten territory right now. We're uncharted. So we'll see what happens. Thank you, Nicole. All right, one more call on this, Andrew, and then I want to move on because I got a lot of things to do. But listen, the TikTok story is huge, and it deserves a lot of time, and our discussion is 100% warranted here. Pat in Largo. Hello, Pat. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning to you.
Yes.
The thing I've got is I read that doesn't China heavily restrict any American apps like Facebook, YouTube, from anybody getting it or even having access to it?
Yeah, I mean, the Chinese are a banned society for many external and exterior social media platforms, or they restrict everything.
Yeah.
There's complete censorship in China where they don't allow the free flow of information, but they're relying on the free flow of information from our country that they're ripping off.
But they're pissed off that we're going to restrict them from... No.
It's certainly a contradiction.
Yeah.
It's rich hypocrisy. Absolutely.
Pat, every way that the United States...
Trump supports it.
No, every way that the United States treats other countries is differently than how they treat others. You know, it's across the board. It's a bunch of different things. But yeah, you're exactly right. That's a true.
All right, listen, I appreciate the call. Listen, we have three different calls here that we took and different opinions, and I think I like opinions and dialogue and having a discussion. And I've made my position abundantly clear. I care about U.S. national security and anything that threatens this country's national security, especially when we have got such bad actors on the international stage between the Russians, between China, between North Korea, Cuba. You know, we have to look after our interests and not let anyone into our front door to hurt us from within. And that's what's going on with TikTok.
So this new president we're getting in a couple hours.
Yep.
He's a very emotional person. And like the caller said a little bit ago, TikTok kind of bit him before by not going to the rally. Boop, now he's against TikTok. I think this election cycle, the TikTokers and the influencers might have treated him a little differently.
They came back on TikTok to assist Trump.
Yeah.
And help Trump's campaign.
He saw it as a help, and now he's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't like you. Yeah. So he changed his position emotionally without maybe all the facts of the security experts.
Well, go figure. All right, so here's what remains to be seen. What actually happens? And again, you've got Republican members of the Senate saying, "Whoa, not so fast." So I would say don't get too comfortable with TikTok because it could go dark again. Because a law was passed, signed by the president. Again, Trump once supported a ban until he didn't support the ban. So we'll see what actually happens. It's going to be a very busy couple of days. There's going to be executive orders flying left and right all over the place. So we'll see what goes. And then finally on the whole TikTok situation, some people are so invested in butthurt. A Wisconsin teenager set fire to a local Republican congressman's office yesterday in a fit of rage because of the TikTok ban. You know, if he just would have waited a couple of hours... It was restored a little after 12 noon or so Eastern time yesterday.
Has this guy no self-discipline? He couldn't wait a couple of hours?
The Fond du Lac office used by Representative Glenn Grothman was set ablaze just after 1 a.m., with authorities locating a 19-year-old man nearby who admitted starting the fire. The teen told cops he ignited the blaze in response to recent talks of a TikTok ban and the fact the ban went into effect a couple hours earlier, or TikTok unilaterally They took themselves down, which, again, I think it was a total stunt. Again, it just shows the control and manipulation they have by causing people to freak out. They took their app down for 12 hours unilaterally. But now you got this 19-year-old teen. He's going to be charged as an adult because he is one. He's over 18. And this is arson. This kid's going to, he could do 20 years in prison.
This is crazy.
Oh, burn the freak. You ought to see the damage. Burn the whole side wall out.
All right, so this congressman, his little community office is in a strip mall. So this is like the back wall of it. What a lunatic.
Guy could have burned the whole shopping center down.
Minor damage inside, but still serious damage on the exterior.
Serious exterior, and then a little bit of damage inside. It burned the whole side off the building. You can see the internal 2x4s and the insulation. And the whole outside looks like some kind of clapboard. I don't know if it's wood or if it's a vinyl siding. But
Could be hardy board.
Yeah, but really just messed the whole place up.
That's not cool, man.
And guess what? He's 19. He'll see the light of day when he's close to 40, potentially.
I don't want to see any violence toward any member of our government, regardless of what they affiliate with.
Unbelievable.
This is awful.
All right, so this concludes our TikTok discussion today. And this is a huge story. This is a big, 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 big deal. And you know what? I'm not on TikTok. I've never been on TikTok. And guess what? My life just TikToks right along.
You know who the dumbest 225 people in the world are?
Who are the dumbest 225 people in the world?
Those people who are following us on TikTok at MJ Morning Show on TikTok.
Right. So Fester set up an MJ Morning Show account on TikTok.
Yes.
But we've never posted anything. Fester you squatted the name.
I didn't want somebody else to take our name.
To take our name.
Just to put their propaganda out there. We like to reserve our things for our own propaganda. And all it says is TikTok is spying on you. It is operated by the communist Chinese government.
That's the description.
It doesn't say anything about when you could listen or what station we're on. We don't care. We don't want to do that. We don't want to use the platform at all. But there are 225 people following us. We are following nobody. We've received no likes, and we have no content.
Zero content whatsoever. Yeah, that's right. Fester, you squatted our name on TikTok just to prevent others from using it.
And one digit off is the NJ Morning Show.
The NJ Morning Show?
Yes.
Oh, that's New Jersey.
And they have 41 followers.
Oh,
so
great.
How sucky are they?
Oh, man. All right, so Gasparilla Kids Parade was... Oh, do we have any mommy-related alcohol arrests?
I didn't hear of
any mommy juice violators.
They were saying over 100,000 people went down there to see the parade. It seems like that's a big turnout.
I don't think I heard of. I mean, I scoured the local news. I didn't see any issues with security. I didn't see of any arrests at the kids parade. Remember, the kids parade alcohol free, and we were just concerned that a bunch of South Tampa mommies would have. They'd be boozing it up in their Stanley cups, pretending like it was water, but it was really gin and juice.
I am sure that there were plenty of people enjoying a drink, as long as you don't make a total fool or an ass of yourself.
Yeah.
Last year, there was one person arrested and 2 people ejected during the kids' parade.
No. Was that the kids' parade or the big parade? The big parade. I guess there's a lot more during the big parade.
Big parade sounds like a lot more.
All right, so the big Gasparilla parade is this Saturday. And all I can say is I've done my time. I look forward to not doing the Gasparilla parade. I did 18 parades or so?
Yeah.
I took off the year the space shuttle exploded in 2004 maybe. I couldn't go to the parade after a national tragedy like that. But I did 18 Gasparilla parades, and I got to be honest, that's enough. I had my fill. But there's something else I wanted to bring up.
February 1st of 2003.
2003. Okay, so it was Feb 1, 2003. It was a Saturday. So not 04, it was 03. The space shuttle blew up. That was Columbia.
Yeah.
That blew up upon reentry and scattered debris over multiple states. All right, so here's the deal. This is the time of the year where there's a lot of Gasparilla stories, and then the news stations start doing stories on how to dispose of your Gasparilla beads and don't throw them into Tampa Bay, all this plastic. You know, when they do the bay cleanups, the number of freaking beads they pull out of the water is insane.
I mean, the pollution that comes along with these beads is amazing.
And that's where I'm headed with this. Because 18 years of throwing beads, and we had cases. Sometimes we had a couple of 100 cases of beads. Yeah. We had a lot of freaking beads that we threw out of the MJ and BJ, and then MJ Morning Show Bluesmobile. You know, beads out the butt. Then all the floats that we had, and you know, a lot of times we had the Bluesmobile that was leading the float, and then
a couple of times the Bluesmobile broke down. They had to tow it.
Well, the parade organizers, they banned the Bluesmobile because they said it was an eyesore. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean the Bluesmobile was an eyesore?
Boy,
that is, you got to be kidding me. Yep. The MJ Morning Show Bluesmobile was an American classic. How dare you? The parade organizers, how dare you call the MJ Morning Show Bluesmobile a 74 Dodge Monaco? The model before catalytic converter, so it runs good on regular gas. Cop motor, cop tires, cop shocks, cop suspension. It's 106 miles to Chicago. Got a half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark out and I'm wearing sunglasses. And they called the Bluesmobile an eyesore. Get out! But that's not why I'm talking about this. I want to talk further about the beads. So 18 years or so of throwing out the beads and handling thousands and thousands of beads. By the way, made in China.
All of them.
Right?
Every one of them.
All right. So here's the deal. Do you know what our hands look like after passing out thousands and thousands of beads? Were our hands red or purple or gold or green?
No.
From the bead colors that we tossed?
None of them.
No. Our hands were black with, I can only imagine, deadly lead.
From every color bead.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
our hands look like we dipped them in black paint.
Oh, the dust, because the sparkly part would chip off. But the pollution of all the bags they come in, all the boxes, all the beads that serve no purpose.
No.
I mean, outside of the day of the parade, what are you really doing with all these beads?
What do you want with this plastic crap that's shedding all kinds of like deadly heavy metals, probably?
You know,
toxic heavy metals.
If the city of Tampa really cared about the environment, they would ban beads. They would ban beads. If they gave a rat's ass about the environment, the environmental impact of all the paper and all the cardboard and all the beads that just get thrown away into a landfill or tossed into the bay, if the city of Tampa really gave a crap about the environment, Mayor Castor would ban beads. Maybe not this year because it's too late, but maybe moving forward.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is because the news outlets start running the stories about how do you dispose of your beads? What do you do if you've got Gasparilla beads that you don't want anymore?
You put them in a landfill. Yeah. You put them in a trash bag and they get called away and you never see them again, but they live forever.
Do not take your beads and throw them over the wall into the waters of Old Hillsborough Bay off the bay shore.
You know, just tossing beads off of the float. I've probably thrown 1,000 of them over the years into the bay just by throwing them a little too far.
Well, Fester, I think that you're disseminating erroneous information. The city of Tampa Solid Waste, they do not want you to throw your beads in a trash can.
They don't want you to.
They do not want you to throw your beads into, the Hillsborough River or, into the bay. No.
Chloe goes to the parade. She brings home an entire Mr. T set of beads, and it's at your house for a week, and it doesn't move. What do you do with it?
The city of Tampa's solid waste department, They want people that have tons of beads that they no longer want to bring them to a designated bead collection site for recycling.
For poor kids who can't afford beads?
Well, they're cleaned, they're repackaged, and then reused and redistributed the next year.
Whatever.
That's the deal. So from Monday, January 27th, which will be the Monday after the Gasparilla Parade.
1 week from today.
Right. Through May, anyone with beads that they don't want, they can bring them to the Kate Jackson Community Center, the Loretta Ingram Recreation Complex, the Copeland Park Center, the McDonald Training Center, and drop off unwanted beads for recycling.
What percentage of beads do you think will actually make it through the city-sanctioned recycling program?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad you asked that question because they began the program back in 2018.
So we have some empirical data on this?
Yep. So far, 21,000 pounds of beads have been recycled, reused. Turned in and recycled. So 21,000 pounds. The average car, let's say, is 4,000 pounds.
5 cars full?
You realize this is like 5 cars, the weight, 21,000 pounds.
Like 5 Subarus just sitting next to each other worth of beads?
So I'm telling you.
I would venture an uneducated guess, because I'm very uneducated about most things. That is like 1/10% of the entire tonnage of beads that have been thrown out.
You are probably right. But let me tell you, my major concern is, am I going to come down with some kind of deadly disease because of all of the Chinese munged up, lead-filled, or whatever the crap? Why, for 18 years, my hands were pitch black after handling and tossing thousands of beads. What the hell was I touching? What was I breathing in?
You know, I mean, you didn't do
I'm going for a physical in, let's see, in about a week.
Okay.
I've got my yearly physical coming up in about a week. So hopefully things continue to be okay. But I'm concerned because of whatever that mystery, nasty, environmentally ugly black bead dust that was covering my hands. And I'm sure I picked my nose and probably jammed something up a nostril, during a parade or two.
I definitely picked my nose during the parade.
All right, so heads up. You were going to say, Fester?
No, listen, all of these beads serve no purpose outside of the parade. You don't go out wearing them as jewelry.
Well, you got some people that drive around year long with beads hanging off their rearview mirror in their car.
3 beads, 2 beads, their favorite one. But these beads, man, they're an environmental hazard. I've always felt that way, not just now.
I would agree with that. Boy, what a day.
A lot of stuff's happening today, man.
Today's a busy freaking day.
I mean, I guess the top story is the new president today, right? That's the top story.
Yep.
Of course, it's Dr. King Day.
Hey, you know where Michelle and I went last night? We went to a soft opening.
Ooh.
Hold on. Andrew's raising his hand. Andrew, do you want to chime in on this? Oh, Andrew wants me to go to phones.
Okay.
All right. Michelle and I, we were invited to a soft opening for a place that a lot of people will recognize the name. So I'll fill you in on that in a second. Let me grab Heidi in Mulberry. Heidi, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi. So I've been going to Gasparilla for quite some time and, again, have a lot of beads like everybody. Not only does it discolor your hand, but if you've noticed in the last few years, they have a very distinct odor now. I don't know if this is from them being recycled or what, but, we used to keep them and utilize them for other parades local in town here, and now, we just need to get rid of them because they have a terrible smell to
Hold
them.
on. What is the odor? Can you describe? See, I have not been around parade beads for some time now because I'm trying to think, the last Gasparilla parade I did, I think was 20, no, because I did a subsequent, I think maybe 20, it's been about 10 years now since I've done a Gasparilla parade, but I absolutely did them from 94 through 2012, but I think I did a few beyond that, but it's been about 10 years, so I have not handled nor sniffed beads. Heidi, can you describe this? Can you describe this odor that you claim is coming?
I think, it reminds me of it like it was shot out of the cannon.
Like a gunpowdery odor?
Yeah, like that smoky smell. And after you get a couple of strands of beads on and you get a couple more, then it's like, oh, what is this? And, like I said, we had saved them for years to use them in our local parade and whatnot. And, not anymore because there's just something that's very off.
There's an odor. Wow.
Yeah, a very, very, very small percentage are getting recycled by the city.
I remember when we did beads out the butt, there was an odor also with, there was a little bit of a butt smell, but,
Yeah, I just thought it was cheap. I just thought it was like the cheap plastic smell.
Yeah, maybe it could be a cheap plastic smell, maybe a burnt cheap plastic smell.
Heidi,
maybe so, but yeah, just use caution.
Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate it. Look at a public service announcement about smelly beads.
From Heidi.
Do you know that all these years later, people still bring beads out the butt signs?
Beads out the butt. It's amazing.
There are still, and it'll be happening again on Saturday. Saturday, you will see signs, beads out the butt, and we have not done that since 2012 or 2013, whatever it was. We have not done beads out the butt, and people still bring beads out the butt. That was another thing that pissed off the event coordinators.
We kind of commandeered it with our signage.
There were many years where, the MJ and BJ, and then the MJ morning show, where we kind of we owned that thing. You could not go 12 feet on a float and not see someone holding up a sign, beads out the butt. And, some years people hung banners from some of the, like
overpasses.
The Davis Islands overpass. People were hanging banners, beads out the butt, MJ morning show.
Do you remember that year we were in the parade and we had a sponsor? I think it was like a mortgage title company.
Right.
And they let us borrow their Hummer.
Oh, yeah.
And we locked the keys in the Hummer. I was
That's
responsible for driving the Hummer down there.
Buffoon.
So BJ's like, all right, parade's about to start. Let's get. I locked the keys in the Hummer. And we had to smash the window out. We're on the side of the parade route, holding up the parade, smashing with a metal pole, trying to bash this window. We eventually got it.
Then what was the name of that mortgage company?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was some mortgage
good guys.
Yeah, there was a good. Yeah, they were a sponsor on the show.
Real nice guys.
Yeah, I remember I did commercials for the mortgage company. Yeah. And we had to smash out there, and that was the big Hummer.
It was when the
H1.
Yeah, the big military looking
military Hummer, and it was like all painted up with their mortgage company. And we put MJ and
it was wrapped with our logo too.
MJ and BJ logo on the side of this thing.
We give it back to him with a smash. I'm like, I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys.
Smashed out driver's side window.
Yeah, somebody must have threw something at us. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God, Those were the days, man. All right, so heads up for beads out the butt signs. And there was a time where there were hundreds and hundreds of beads out the butt signs. And what was it, event makers? The company that the event company that they had a meeting and they tried to tell us to tamp down beads out the butt. And it's, I can't do. Listen, the cat's out of the butt, man.
Sorry, guys.
There's no turning off beads out to this day, 10 years plus later, you will still see beads out the butt signs at the Gasparilla Parade. 8:51 at the MJ Morning Show, and this brings to a close over 1 hour and 20 minutes of non-stop MJ here on this Monday, January 20th. This is Inauguration Day. This is the federal observation of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.
There'll be several parades around town today in honor of the Dr. King holiday.
Yeah, so Dr. King, his real birthday is January 15th, but federal law stipulates that we celebrate the birthday of Dr. King on the third Monday in January, and that puts it today. And, of course, it was April 4th, 1968, at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, where in the early evening hours, a shot rang out, taking the life of Dr. King. 8:52, 9 o'clock hour is next, and we're not slowing down. We're loaded. Did you hear the rumors on who 70-year-old Kevin Costner could be hooking up with?
No.
Ooh,
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, 70. Who is he potentially hooking up with? Yeah, this is is there smoke and fire here or what? But there's rumors circulating, and you're not going to believe who it is. We'll get to that next. And a whole lot more here on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM and Q105. Hey, MJ Morning Show, MJ Fester. Michelle, my lovely wife, will join us tomorrow morning and then Wednesday morning. So back-to-back Michelle helping out in studio. The search is on. There are already a bunch of interested parties and applications for new cast members here on the MJ Morning Show. So an exciting 2025 is ahead with the introduction of new personalities to the MJ Morning Show. So looking forward to it, Fester.
As am I.
It'll be fascinating. We you know what? There's already a big selection of potential fits to join us. Not just fits, not a misfit, but that probably is a prerequisite, probably a good requirement here on the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah, figure after half of them meet you.
Yep.
I was like, ugh, never mind. But the other half, we're hoping to really find somebody fantastic.
All right, so Michelle and I were invited to a soft opening. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we went yesterday, early evening, late afternoon, to the soft opening of a very well-known Tampa Bay restaurant opening their second location in the Bay Area. So the restaurant is, well, let's see if you know. The original restaurant is located on Henderson Boulevard.
Henderson Boulevard. Okay.
And Swan. Corner of Henderson and Swan. Italian fare.
I usually don't eat at restaurants unless they have like plastic utensils. So I think I've driven by it.
It's Olivia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say Olive Garden, but
no, it's not Olivia Garden. It's not
Olivia.
A little bit of an upgrade. No, one of the best restaurants in Tampa is, well, listen, Chef Pont. Chef Chris Pont does an amazing job. You know, his original Cafe Pont over by Icon
off of Almerton Road.
Yeah. So originally, back where the skating rink is back in there, that was where his original Cafe Pont was. And then, of course, his recent concepts on Swan, which has been around in Hyde Park for a while.
What street is it on?
Which one?
On Swan.
On Swan. You know what? What street is On Swan on? It's a good point. Let me check a map. On Swan is...
I'm drawing a complete blank.
On Swan is on... What is On Swan on?
It's right there. I can picture it.
On Swan. I don't know.
What's that street?
Yeah, so if anyone knows, let me know which street On Swan is. Yeah, call me up.
Thank you.
But On Swan, obviously, is a longtime favorite and staple. Then Olivia, he opened up Pont Modern American in Midtown, which is stupendous. It's fantastic. And then this weekend was the soft opening for the brand new Olivia. So, hey, St. Pete, where we are right now, St. Petersburg gets an Olivia, and it's right in downtown St. Pete, right on First Avenue North in downtown. And we were there yesterday. We had a 4:30 reservation. We took an early res. They had a soft opening. They call it Friends and Family. It's an F&F, and it's a way to make sure the kitchen is moving along nicely, and that they have their mojo going. The serving staff, the bar, just to make sure all the pieces are moving. And I get invited to a number of friends and family soft openings, and Michelle and I were invited, and we went yesterday, and it was fantastic. Everything was just superb. And we're a big fan of Olivia in South Tampa, and now St. Petersburg, Pinellas County, you get an Olivia from Chef Pont in downtown St. Pete. And I'm going to tell you right now, the space is gorgeous. It is extremely well done. The service staff was phenomenal. The food was incredible. Like they've been doing it for a long time at that location. And they've only been open a couple of days. So make a res. And I always like his concepts. All right, moving along to the... What are you about?
I'm just doing a little research.
Did we ever figure out what street On Swan is on?
No, we haven't gotten any calls either. I guess nobody knows.
All right.
While you can eat at On Swan, you can go to On Swan and eat.
Yes.
You cannot actually eat a swan. They are protected birds.
They are.
They are protected. It's actually a
Yes,
really big...
I'll take the swan.
Yeah, sir, we don't serve that here. The name of the place is just On Swan. I guess the guy's a big fan of the bird, but we don't serve that here.
That'd be great if On Swan was actually on Swan Avenue. Yeah.
That'd almost make too much sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I got to check into that.
I don't like
it. All right. So the Kevin Costner story.
Yeah, anyway, 70. I had no idea it was 70. I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Kevin Costner is 70, and there is a rumor about Kevin Costner hooking up with J-Lo.
Dude, you know what? I mean, they're both that super mega star status. They might get it. They might get each other a little bit, Yeah.
So in recent months, you've had Kevin Costner linked to a couple of names. January Jones.
Yes.
Did she kind of fall off the radar after Mad Men?
I can't think of too many other things she was in.
What has January Jones been doing? I like her. Mad Men still one of my favorite television shows of all time. I mean, Mad Men just tremendous. Jewel. So Kevin Costner's been kind of linked to Jewel, and apparently he's really attracted by that snaggletooth she has.
Yeah.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. Exit stage left.
Kevin Costner, thanks for coming. Exit stage left.
I watched Yellowstone. So exit stage left.
Jewel has that natural Alaskan botched tooth job, right?
I think he likes women that once slept in their car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Jewel.
So I've been watching a reality show on Max for the last couple of months.
Yep.
And it turns out it's actually Jewel's extended family. Alaska's Last Frontier, the Kitcheners.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you kidding around?
It's I guess her father's in it and a couple of other of her family kin on their homesteading property in Alaska. But yeah.
Sharon Stone.
That's right. I remember
that. So
that.
Kevin Costner kind of linked to Sharon Stone. And then there is the J-Lo rumor. Where did this start? Well, it turns out that last month, back in December, Kevin Costner and Jennifer Lopez were spotted in the same clothing store in the hoity-toity ski town of Aspen.
So two famous people are shopping at the same store in Aspen, and that's a rumor starter?
Well, they were kind of seen near each other, so the rumor started that, were they coincidentally in the same store, or is Jennifer Lopez checking out Kevin Costner's Yellowstones?
Are you sure Kevin didn't think she worked there or something? Excuse me, how much is this parka?
Excuse me, ma'am.
I don't work here, sir.
Ma'am, how much is this Bogner? How much is this Cuse? You know,
I'm not an employee here, sir.
Yeah,
I don't work here. Just wearing a red shirt.
So there's just a little bit of a rumor circulating. Is Kevin Costner hooked up with Ben Affleck's ex, and then ex again? What was that? Andrew says that callers have been calling in trying to tell us what road On Swan is on.
Oh.
Andrew, can you please turn your microphone on in the producer's booth?
How many calls did we receive, Andrew?
Let's see. One.
Okay. And
the caller told me that it's at 1501 West Swan.
So On Swan is On Swan.
That's what this caller said. I didn't have any way to prove it.
Well, hold on, let me go to Google now.
On Swan is actually On Swan. I wonder if that's why it's called On Swan, because it is on Swan Avenue.
You know what? That caller's right. It is, according to Google, it is at 1501 West Swan Avenue. Swan with two N's.
That was very clever for them to name it On Swan, and it's actually On Swan. So I'm going to start a concept on MacDill.
On Dale Mabry.
On Dale Mabry.
On Euclid.
I think that's what Chef Pont was considering for.
All right.
For Pont Modern American at Midtown. Yeah, they were considering on Dale Mabry. You know what? I want to put up a food. I'm gonna park a food truck in the median on 275.
And call it?
On 275.
Where are you guys located?
On 275.
Wait, hold on a second. That's the name of your food truck.
On 275.
Where are you located?
Yeah, you just pull over and you got to hop the guardrail.
Hey, listen,
Yes.
whoever the listener was who took the time to call to tell us that On Swan is actually On Swan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're the best.
I want our listeners to go above and beyond and let us know when we're reaching and we just don't know an answer to something, and we can't get to the Googles fast enough. When our listeners really step up and really bolster and assist this program, I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Maybe On Swan can move to like a second store out in Brandon and call it like On Providence or something.
On Bloomingdale.
Ooh, that'd be there. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, down there in Riverview. Yeah, sure.
On Adamo. I'm going to open up a new strip club on Adamo.
That's plenty there. Some
Yes.
tough competition in that
I'm going
neighborhood.
to find some old warehouse. And open up a new strip club, lunch buffet too. All right, so here's man, this is a nightmare. You ready for a nightmare story?
Lay it on me.
This woman goes online to search for a recipe and finds a video of herself involved in a sex act.
What were the search terms that would pull up a video of her?
Natalie Brown was in front of her computer and she was doing a search on the Food Network for a recipe. But another website starting with F popped up. I don't know how you go from the Food Network website search to another F website called FetLife. Not MetLife. FetLife.
I got it.
All right,
I know what that site would be just by the name.
Does that mean like fetish?
Fetish? Yeah.
I don't know much about FetLife, but FetLife apparently is some type of a, here we go. Fester just found it. FetLife is the most popular social network for the BDSM fetish and kinky community.
Oh, you can join for free.
And it turns out that an ex of hers, unbeknownst to her, took a video while she was blindfolded and then posted the video on this FetLife site. Natalie Brown, searching for the Food Network, ends up on FetLife, which is a social networking site, and she found a video of herself that she had no idea was recorded and then posted online. She felt so humiliated. She said she felt stupid. She was embarrassed. She was scared. Brown, 39. Now, she's up in Canada. She's in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Now, is this only a Canadian site, or?
I mean, I pulled it up from our servers here in the South, in Florida.
Go ahead and hit it again.
FetLife.
FetLife.
Join for free.
FetLife.com.
Over 11 million members.
Oh, what?
92 million.
Wait, there's 11,719,066 members?
That's worldwide now.
That's what they boast on their page. Wow. Oh, so Fester's signing up. Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, nickname.
Your nickname.
MJ.
Please stop.
Gender.
Don't put my name.
Hold on. Male, female, woman,
Fester.
boy, girl, non-binary, gender queer, gender fluid, gender flux.
What's the difference between gender fluid and gender flux?
Oh, my God. Look at all
there's more.
Oh, look at all the gender options.
Oh, there's more.
Gender fluid, gender flux.
Genderless, gender void, apagender. Oh, my God. Trans woman, trans masculine, transgender, cisgender, bigender, trigender.
We're going to go with trigender.
Hold on. What's demi-man?
MJ, there's so many of them.
My
I don't even
God. Demi-boy? Where's Demi Moore?
Plural, pangender.
Oh, I'm sorry. Demi.
Mask.
Demi. Plural, pangender. Mask, femme, butch.
We're butch.
Two-spirit, intersex, androx, sinks, questioning, unsure, not applicable. Oh, my God. I mean, and Fester's, scroll up more. Fester went all the way to the bottom. Hold on.
Starts with male, female, man, woman, boy, girl, non-binary.
Wow, unbelievable.
Gender. I'm going to go with unsure.
You going to put me down, MJ, unsure?
Orientation. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
This is another long list.
Oh, and homosexual, androsexual, bi-curious, bisexual, homo-flexible. What is homo-flexible?
Or are you heteroflexible? I mean, there's a lot of options.
Dyke, lesbian, omnisexual, abrosexual.
I'm going to go with unsure on this one as well.
Oh, my God. How many different orientations are there? Holy frig.
More than
All right, let me get back to the story here.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Hold on. There's like a serious legal issue going on here.
So this is the website the woman found herself on?
So I don't know how you go.
This story's set up.
From searching for a recipe on the Food Network that she ends up on FetLife and finds a video of herself.
I could type Food Network 1 billion times into Google and FetLife would never pop up.
By the way, I'm looking at a picture of Natalie Brown, and if I were to describe her, who's the comedian? Who's the blonde comedian? I've told the story that I knew a real estate agent up in New York that
Schumer.
Yeah, Amy Schumer. She looks like a little like Amy Schumer plus maybe $1.20.
It's like if Amy Schumer ate Amy Schumer.
All right, so Natalie Brown, 39.
She looks like she lives in Halifax, Canada.
Discovers herself on this like porno fetish website. And she later put two and two together and found out that her partner at the time videoed her while she was blindfolded at his request, videoed her, and she didn't know because her blindfold was on, and then put the video of her performing a sex act on FetLife.
Oh.
The former partner, Connor Dolan, was charged last April with voyeurism and the distribution of intimate images without consent. Pleaded not guilty in a provincial court up in Canada. The prosecution dropped the voyeurism charge after he agreed to plead guilty on the distribution charge, so he wouldn't have to testify at trial. Dolan received a 4-month conditional sentence, commonly known as house arrest, and he'll have no criminal record. Wow. Emboldened by the conviction and motivated by a recent rash of killings in Nova Scotia.
Oh.
Police say 6 women have been slain by their partners in just the last 3 months as a result of the intimate partner violence. Brown, 39, asked the court to lift a publication ban protecting her identity so she could raise awareness of intimate partner violence. Wow.
How do you find this? By looking for
I don't
a
know.
chicken cordon bleu recipe off of thefoodnetwork.com.
And I got to be honest, she doesn't need to be poking around for food recipes on the Food Network website.
How about you poke around for a salad recipe or something? Listen, MJ, how do you stumble upon this video when you're looking for just a run-of-the-mill internet recipe?
Actually, she looks like a very sweet woman.
I'm sure she is.
Yeah. But apparently she's
she's on.
Wonder if she's skilled.
I don't know what kind of work she does. However,
right.
There's no way you stumble on this site looking for a recipe.
I don't know how you do it. That's why I'm kind of making a.
I probably pull up a recipe online or on my phone in some capacity 2 or 3 times a week.
I don't know how you end up on. I search for recipes or little tips. And I've never ended up on a fetish website.
I've thought of things I want to make. I'm in the grocery store. I'll pull the recipe up, buy the supplies while I'm there. Never once has Fet Life.
Feta cheese has come up.
Yeah. Hey, fettuccine.
Fettuccine Alfredo came
fantastic. I mean, it's not really an Italian
Maybe that's
dish.
what she was looking for.
Yeah.
She was looking, she was searching for, I want to live my life only on fettuccine Alfredo. And that's why Fet Life came up.
She wanted to make fettuccine. Fettuccine instead of.
Oh, my God.
Feta. How good would that be? I mean, you're not really into the feta or fettuccine Alfredo, but it sounds like a tasty dish. Fettuccine Alfredo, and it would take you right to Fet Life. And then how long was she on the site before of the 96 million videos and pictures, hers pops up?
I don't know. There's a lot of questions about how she discovered this. While delivering the sentence, the judge up in Canada told Dolan, the guy, 43, if the case had gone to trial, he might have been facing jail time. This was an act of intimate partner online sexual abuse. No question of it. Listen, all kidding aside, Natalie Brown did not deserve this.
Absolutely not.
And in no way should Natalie have had an intimate intimate encounter videoed and then posted without her consent. And she didn't even know it was videoed because this little trickery maggot had her put on a blindfold.
All right.
Yeah, according to, and this is also interesting, according to an agreed statement of facts, Brown's face and upper body were not visible in the 12-second video, but her lower body was entirely nude. So, well, you're saying,
that only gives me more questions.
How did people know it was her?
How did she know?
Well, she knew. Well, obviously, she probably knows what her own body looks like, or maybe the surroundings of the bed or the sheets or wherever this took place.
Show me a 12-second clip of my foot, and I might not recognize it.
However, you wouldn't recognize your beat-up Fred Flintstone feet?
Maybe not. I said might not. I probably would.
Here's the deal, though. Her voice was audible, and the judge said that she was identifiable through her voice, which was on the video. The video was posted 14 days prior to Brown discovering it back in September of 2019.
This is so weird.
It took this long for it to roll through the courts.
She found it on probably one of the most obscure of obscure sites.
So one of the excuses, the guy that she was intimately involved with that videoed her and put it online, he told her that he had mental issues, including a porn sex addiction.
Great.
He attended therapy sessions for several months, and she attended some of the sessions with him in an attempt to continue their relationship.
All right.
Which ultimately ended in December of 2019.
Color me shocked.
And then 4 years later, on the suggestion of a friend, Brown checked the website and was shocked to find the video was still there. So I guess she discovered it a long time ago, but the video was supposed to be taken down, but the video was still there years later. Was she originally founded because she was looking for a recipe and then it stumbled? There are a couple of things that don't add up here.
At the end of the day, the whole thing's awful. Nobody deserves this, but I got more questions.
Fet life. I like fettuccine life.
I'll join that site.
I want to be slathered in the non-authentic fettuccine sauce.
Yeah, nice little Alfredo milk and cream and cheese sauce. Yeah.
9:23 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, final chunk of the MJ broadcast is next here on this Monday. We are live here on the 20th of January. Inauguration of President Trump was 45, Biden 46, Trump becomes 47, and inauguration is, 2.5 hours away.
Coming up.
Yeah, so right around 12 noon is when Trump will be sworn in, and I think it's going to be a ride. We'll see what happens in just the first couple of days here, but I think it's going to be an interesting rocket ride. See what transpires over the next 4 years. All right, we're not done yet. We've got a whole chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on 104.7 FM, Q105. Stand by. Incidentally, Fester, Chloe responded via text regarding my light bulb inquiry. I don't know what the heck she was. Well, it is a day off because Chloe is working for the state,
Right.
Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office, for a year or so. Law school's in her future, and she's getting great experience in the 13th. Hang on, let me see if she'll answer the phone now. All right, let me turn off the bumper music. Hang on a minute. One more time. All right, calling Chloe's cell phone. If you were not listening earlier this morning around 7:45, I was trying to call Chloe because of a question.
Hi.
Chloe, why didn't you pick up the phone at 7:45? Were you sleeping in because you have no work today because of the holiday?
Yes, and I'm glad your phone call didn't wake me up.
Good. Well, then we're glad we can make you happy.
You have your phone on silent or vibrate or what?
Yep, all of the above.
All right, so did you go back and listen to the stream, or what did you do?
Yes, I wanted to know why you called me.
So would you go to the YouTube stream?
Yes.
Gotcha. So you found out. So you knew that when you woke up and you saw that I'd called you at 7:45-ish, you knew that it must have been something show-related since we're in the middle of a segment, correct?
Yes.
Look at that. That's good reasoning and deduction skills right there.
It's going to come in handy in law school, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. All right, so you heard the reason why I called you. Would you like to fill everyone in on why I called you?
Yeah. I'm a big disappointment because I don't know how to do a light bulb change, but your son, Julian, does.
Okay, we didn't call you a disappointment. We
No.
just said you don't know how to do it.
All right. Well, no, here's the deal. Around 7:45 earlier today, I had an item that Generation Z does not know how to change a light bulb. So Generation Z born, like 1997 to about 2012, right? That's Generation Z. And Chloe falls right in the middle of that. And I had a story that Generation Z does not know how to change a light bulb. And I was just trying to call you to see if you knew how to change a light bulb. But then I remembered that you had a light bulb out on one of your end tables, one of your nightstands in your lamp. And a couple of weeks back, I had to change that light bulb. So was that indicative of you, Chloe, Generation Z at 23 years old? You don't know how to change a light bulb?
Correct. I don't know how to do that.
Come on.
Well, that was the question we had.
Are you serious? You don't know how a light bulb works? It just screws in?
I mean, if you just told me that, I've never been faced with, the problem of having to do that. So, I mean, I see you do it, I guess, sometimes. I don't even know where we keep the light bulb.
How many Gen Zers or how many Chloes does it take to change a light bulb? Whatever happened to all those Polish jokes? Remember those?
Yeah, they got canceled.
Those things just fell right off
I used to tell them all the time.
face of the earth.
Those were the first jokes I knew.
Listen, I'm 25% Polish, so, But the Polish or Polak jokes, come on. They were hot, and then they
had their day.
They evaporate. I mean, gone. I mean, when's the last time someone told a Polish joke? Those things just fell off the planet. All right, Chloe.
The answer is 6, by the way.
Hey, Chloe, I'm gonna watch you change a light bulb at the house, and I might even shoot it and put it up on Instagram. So I want to do an exercise with you changing a light bulb
For the first time.
Yeah. So I want to make sure that you, Chloe, do not fall into the category in the future of Generation Zers that don't know how to change a light bulb. Okay.
All right, that'll be a long video.
Yeah, it's really going to be a fascinating one too.
It's gonna be a 30-second video.
Yeah.
Get at it. I can't believe.
Hey, honey, look at this radio guy. He's making his kid change a light bulb. That MJ is so funny.
Well, listen, it's based on a story about Gen Z, and I had no idea my kid doesn't know how to change a light bulb, and now she's confirmed she doesn't know how to change a light bulb. All right, Chloe, what's the big plan for today?
Relax.
Oh, it's gonna be a relaxing day?
Yes.
Okay, enjoy your day off.
I might change some light bulbs.
Change some light bulbs, aren't you? You could reflect on Dr. King. You could, do something patriotic today. We're getting a new president.
Yeah. Guess who's working today to keep you under a nice roof?
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, thank me very much. All right, goodbye. I'll talk.
With electricity and light bulbs.
Yeah, it's like an F you very much.
Also tonight, MJ, is the college football championship.
Oh,
game.
that's right.
So Ohio State and Notre
Dame. I would have to say go Irish. I'm going Notre Dame on this one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Go Fighting Irish. So, do you have a stake in the game? Are you?
I do not yet, but I might.
Are you going to be betting?
I generally don't bet games that Notre Dame plays.
Why is that? Just because it's unpredictable?
No.
Depends. What is? Oh, because of the Catholic thing?
Yeah, God. I think God wants. I don't know that. I don't know if Notre Dame's going to win, but I don't know. I don't like betting for or against Notre Dame. But Ohio State is favored by 8.5 points.
I think Notre Dame will beat Ohio State. And where are they playing? They playing in Atlanta?
Yeah.
They're playing in the Falcons Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Is that Mercedes-Benz Dome or whatever they call it?
I think so.
Yeah. So game's in Atlanta tonight. Yeah, I'm going Notre Dame.
Go Irish.
That's what I'm saying. All right, a couple of things before we get out of here today. 9:37 at the MJ Morning Show. A couple of pieces of audio that I wanted to play. Did you watch Saturday Night Live by any chance?
I no longer watch Saturday Night Live with any frequency.
We record it, so I don't watch it live. For me, it's Saturday night, replay on TiVo sometime Sunday if I remember. And then I can, I can TiVo and fast forward right through all the commercials. But Dave, it's actually pretty funny. So Dave Chappelle, he opens up and they give him like 20 minutes to do the monologue.
This is like the second time he's hosted, right?
Yeah, so he just comes out, pulls up a chair. He's got his burners going. He's got his heaters going.
Yeah.
He's just smoking cigarettes. He's flicking ashes all over the stage. He's done with the cigarette. He just tosses it. He's going to burn 30 Rock to the ground. What if they had like a cigarette grip?
A designated person to extinguish it?
To grab his cigarette when he just tosses it on the studio floor. So Dave Chappelle, like a 17, 18, 20-minute opening monologue.
Was he funny?
So, yeah, I think he's a funny guy. I do like Dave Chappelle. And Michelle was wondering what the hell was going on in his pants.
Now I got to look at it.
So there was something going on in Dave Chappelle's pants. And I want to know why my wife, Michelle, was looking at Dave Chappelle's crotch.
Sometimes you can't avoid it.
That's what I would like to know. Why was that? What was going on there? Come on, Michelle, pick up the phone. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Are you in the bathroom?
Oh, well, I'm in the bathroom. I'm not in the bathroom.
All right. So, all right, because I heard like the bathroom echoey sound.
Yeah.
All right. So you made
What can I help you with?
Are you listening to the show right now?
Yes, you just called our daughter to
All
make
right.
sure she knows how to do a light bulb.
Right. And now I'm calling you. Do you know why I'm calling you?
Why?
Because I want to know.
I ran into the closet to get my clothes.
I'm sorry, what?
I ran into the closet to get my clothes, so I missed the next thing you said.
All right. So I'm calling you because we were watching Saturday Night Live yesterday afternoon, and just kind of, in between football. Yeah, you were too. And why
It
were
wasn't
you?
in between football. It was before football.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before football. Why were you looking at Dave Chappelle's crotch?
Well, it was like right there, front and center, and he kept wiggling around on his little stool.
What was?
I mean, honestly.
I'm asking the same question. What the hell was going on inside Dave Chappelle's crotch? You know what? I don't think he had underwear on.
He didn't. He must be a boxer, dude.
Or whatever.
Boxers or nothing.
Right. Whatever was going on, Dave Chappelle had some kind of wiggling and jiggling and some kind of a medium salami in there. I don't know what was going on. But
I was really admiring his suit and his how classy he was, his whole appearance and his dress.
Yeah, classy. He's flicking cigarette ashes all over the stage.
Oh, I think this is part of his act.
It is.
And
I wonder if the lung cancer is going to be part of his act as well.
That's fine.
All right, go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
don't even know if he's inhaling. He doesn't even look like he's actually, doing it. His suit was a nice color, and so I was like admiring, the suit, looking at the suit jacket and the pants. I was like, oh, and the pants match. And then, he just kind of wiggled around a little bit and put his booty on that stool, and I was like, oh my God, like something kind of, popped out like to the one side, and it wasn't, little looking. I was like, holy crap. And then when you moved around a little more, then once you see something, you can't
you can't unsee it.
Not notice it more.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just always there. So, then I was like, what the heck is going on in his pants?
Oh, wow. I'm watching the video now. You're absolutely right.
Dave Chappelle's.
Like he's a snake smuggler or
it's
something.
It's like the crotch mystery.
It's like he's trying to get a boa constrictor through TSA.
Or he stole a salami from a deli.
There it is.
Pastor, I'm right?
You're right. Hey, good on you, Dave.
Dave Chappelle's crotch on the opening, which I think might have been the longest opening monologue in SNL history.
Yeah, it was the longest ever in their 50 years.
Wow. All right. See you in a bit, Michelle. See you. Michelle, hold on. You've got your appointment at the gym soon.
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, I'll see you at the gym.
I'll see you at the gym.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
So you guys are going to the gym today, then you're going to get her face zapped off today?
Oh, that's right. So,
all
right,
she doesn't want to talk about that.
So, I think she hung up. But Michelle's going to join us tomorrow. So Michelle will be live in studio, my lovely wife, Tuesday and Wednesday this week. So tomorrow and Wednesday. And later today, she's having one of her facial laser appointments where it looks like she passed out and fell face first drunk into a campfire. So her face will be like all burned for like 3 or 4 days from the laser.
You sure she wants to come in looking like a burn victim?
She said she'd come in.
All right.
Yeah, she said she's got nothing to hide. She's not trying to hide that, her skin looks great and she's been doing these facial treatments for a while.
It's one thing to have nothing to hide. It's another thing to put your face out there like just got off of a gyro spit.
Anyway, back to Dave Chappelle. This was one of the funniest things from his monologue that I noticed, and it's in reference to P. Diddy, to Puff Daddy, to Sean Combs.
A lot of my friends ask me, they say, Dave, did you know anything about those freak off parties? And I'd be like, nah, man. I don't know anything about the freak off. And they all look at me like, and they be like, well, how all these people you know was at the freak off, but she's the only one that wasn't at the freak off. And I thought about it for a minute. I said, oh my God, I'm ugly. That's a tough way to find that out. Can you imagine if you were me reading the newspaper and found out everyone in Hollywood had an orgy behind your back? Like none of y'all called me? Well, it really hurts.
So Dave Chappelle said that he was not at any of the Diddy freak-off parties because he's ugly.
He's not wrong. Not a good-looking man, but if he would have worn those pants, he might have gotten invited. I tell you what.
Oh, man.
Or maybe not.
With all the lube and baby oil, right? Wow. A couple other celebrity items here. Are you kidding me? There's going to be a musical about Gwyneth Paltrow's ski trial?
That's funny.
Gwyneth Goes Skiing, a musical comedy about Gwyneth Paltrow's Park City ski accident. And the courtroom drama will hit the stage.
This has got to be off Broadway. Off.
This is way off Broadway. This is on Roosevelt Island, underneath the tram. No. Yeah, it is off Broadway. Wow. I mean, they're going to turn Gwyneth Paltrow's ski incident and trial into a musical.
You go to the city, you can see, the Lion King, you can see Cats, you can see the new Michael Jackson one, or you can see this.
Wow. Unbelievable. And then the next one is going to be an Amber Heard Poop in the Bed musical.
I'd watch that.
With Mr. Hanky.
I would watch that.
It's going to be the next one.
I would go to that one.
All right. 9:45 at the MJ Morning Show. I think we shall call it a day.
Call it?
What'd you say?
Oh, I said call it.
You call it.
Call it a day.
What are you doing?
Oh.
What is that?
So there's a restaurant that I used to go to in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And you used to give the order to like a blind black guy. And when he would look at you to give your order, he would say, call it. And then you have to tell him what you wanted. And then he would shout it back to the kitchen. And when you just said call it made me think of him. I think he's dead now.
A blind black guy at a restaurant in South Carolina? And
what was
wait, you told him the order and then he yelled it to the kitchen?
It's called the Beacon Restaurant in Spartanburg.
Yeah, well,
I think I told you to go there when you went to BMW. And at the time, this is many years ago now,
Right.
there was a blind black guy taking orders, and you'd verbally tell him your order, but he would look toward you and yell, call it, and you'd have to give him your order.
Was he just one of the servers, or he called the orders for the whole restaurant?
He would bark the orders back to the cooks, and by the time you got to the end of the line, there was your food.
Oh, it was like a buffet or
Like a kitchen. Where like a cafeteria kitchen where you go.
Oh,
you tell them what you want.
Is there a line with a tray and everything?
Yeah, and you slide down the tray and they fill it up by the time you get to the end.
Oh wow! Call it.
I gotta find. I gotta find this guy now.
But you don't think he's around anymore?
Yeah, last time I went there, he wasn't there, and they were like, "Yeah."
Well, did he ask?
I did.
And what'd they say?
Yeah, he died.
Oh wow! Well, then he died.
See if I can't. If I find a video of him, I'll
So
tell
they
you.
need to find if it's a gimmick, they need to find a new blind guy to yell, "Call it!" Right?
Yes. Close.
The Beacon Drive-In.
All right, sorry to distract you from
closing the show.
Call it a day.
All right. Well, let's call it a day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Have a beautiful Monday. A lot of people have off today for the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Observation for his birthday, and of course, today's inauguration day. So a lot of stuff going on. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. MJ Morning Show on Q105. And do me a favor, folks. Let's be careful out there.
Download the app now. Get the Q105 app and listen to us anywhere. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
ZOOMTAN.